No, poppin', ain't no stopping me now, steady rockin'. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm poppin'. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Night Football live with G Nation and the Big Blue Crew. I am your host, Big Blue Lou from G Nation Inside Sports. I have my co-host here with me, Classified 3F with Joe right here.
Hey, here as always.
Make sure you go subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe, or I'm going to come beat you with a bat.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Tommy, for one time, hey, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for being here.
The drop back on a defense. First down.
I'm going to send this link out to a few more people. And then we'll get to call in this game. You can call it. I'm still setting up some things here on the stream. I'm trying to send Rodney the link, but
well, Green Bay got out of tackling. So it's first and 10 from the 43. Rockers takes a snap, hands off. He gets about 4 yards. Second down and 6. His lowest completions this week on the Saints, 67.6. Bobby! Second down in the 6. Two wide receiver. Fakes a handoff and completes it over the middle, first down to the 39. Good go.
what you say, Joe?
Hey, first down.
Yeah, I got first down. Now it's 2nd and 7, 3-yard rush. Bobby!
Hi guys. Hey, Wednesday I'm gonna be a member of your thing Wednesday.
They're about to kick off. Green Bay receiver.
Okay, guys.
All right. D-Dan Shelton, he says, Lou, what's good, homie?
Okay.
Oh, Green Bay, yeah.
As the Miz said, there is something in the dark and you can't stop it.
Hey.
Crowd favorite media, what's going on, my brother? He says 11 and 6. LOL. I told you, bro. I tried to tell these people, nobody wanted to listen.
Hey, I said it with you at the beginning.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all the people that argued with me when I said it.
Yeah, well, they're open.
Me and Pat were pretty close, but we weren't that high.
I know.
Oh,
what's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, Bobby?
Number one defense in the league right now.
At least they did tell you J-Lo this time.
Yes, right? I appreciate that, Bobby. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I remember that J-Lo now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
D-Dan Shelton, I'm tired of the fake fans. Even after 2 wins, the negativity continues.
Yeah.
11 and 6 is definitely a reality.
Yes.
I told
Especially
people.
we're going to spank the Cowgirls' butt next week.
That's right. We have to clean some things up, but we are doing as good as it can be on defense. That's right. Considering we played without Aziz, without Thibodeau, without Ellison Smith.
What's the guy who had a great day today? What's his name?
Dexter Lawrence had a good game.
No, I'm thinking of the guy on the defense.
First down again.
Jahad Ward.
No, he has like
Xavier McKinney did
O'Shea Zimenez?
Yes,
Zimenez did good. He did good.
I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that's the guy you talked about. That's who I like.
He did good.
Yes, he did.
I said he did good. He did.
Does it hurt to say that, Lou? It sounds like it hurts a little bit.
Hey, come on. You don't like the guy?
Well, he's been here for 2 years and he's hurt us on a lot of plays in the past 2 years.
Now it's different now.
I need to see more than 2 games from him. I'm cheering for him. He's on our team. I'm cheering for him. But before I start clapping, I need to see it consistently, but I'm leaning that way. He's been consistent for the first two, so gotta give him his props.
We're gonna stomp that Dallas.
That's how I feel
Girls
about. That's how I feel about Daniel
ass
Jones.
next week, right? Stop that ass next week, huh?
That's right.
On Monday night, you gonna be on Monday Night Football?
Yes, sir.
I'll be here with you.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
take a nap.
Leading the
I have
charge.
Mondays also. I take a nap before that game, so I'll be wide awake for the Giant game.
Ah.
Yes, I have to, or else I don't. The next day is work. Tuesday I work, so I gotta take a
Okay.
nap. Usually, like
All
in
right,
the
third
past,
and 10.
I used to
Break
wake
the
up at
huddle.
5 o'clock in the
Can
morning.
Chicago's defense stop them? Can
Yes.
Chicago get the win and start off 2-0?
Yes. And Josh is going to be very, very happy. Oh, he's a good defensive guy, Alan Williams. I like him. Oh, am I behind you guys? I bet I
Tommy
am.
for one, Tommy. The coaching and play calling of past held everyone back. That is a fact, Tommy.
Yes. And the
Once
offensive line is
disease
better
come
than.
back, watch
Ooh.
out. For real, for real.
Dylan got knocked on his
That
butt.
4-man rush will get homie every time. Will get home every time. If not
Yeah.
every time, damn near every time. And force
Get homie.
quarterbacks to throw errant throws, force quarterbacks off of their mark, out of their comfort zone. And that right there can change a game.
Are we supposed to get that guy, 2 guys
You can
back?
get that kind of pressure consistently without blitzing, without bringing the fifth guy.
Yeah.
That is a game changer.
Are we getting the other guys back, Thibodeau and the other guy back?
Excuse me?
Are we getting Thibodeau and the other guy back?
Yeah, they'll be back for Dallas.
All right, we're going to stomp that ass.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll go. Oh, we better be careful. Joe's granddaughter's up, right?
You gotta be careful because I'm trying to stay monetized, sir.
Yes. Hey, you say the same thing on Joe's.
No, I did not, sir. I said no such thing, sir.
Oh,
Don't you be
yes, you
telling
did
tall
on
tales.
Joe. Oh, don't.
Don't you be over there telling tall tales, sir.
Lou, you're funny. Lou's my pal, right? Lou?
You're over there telling fibs, sir.
I don't tell fibs. I'm like George Washington.
Oh gosh.
I chopped them.
Cannot tell a lie. Is that what you gonna say?
Yeah, chop them.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh my God, do I tell lies? Ooh, no, I think you're awesome. No, I think you're awesome. I told you, I think you're
Well,
great.
thank you, sir.
I tell the truth. Sometimes I'm very serious about telling people. Some people I don't like, I just don't talk to them.
That's how I know you lying right there. Because I know you don't think I'm awesome.
I think you're awesome all the time. Hello, stop. Behave yourself, Lou.
Oh Lord.
No.
Tommy for one, Tommy. Davidson looks good out there, but Jimenez has made plays last 2 games, crucial plays.
Mm-hmm.
We played a lot of corners and safeties. We took away CMC in the passing game.
CM Punk?
No.
No, I
It's your
thought
fellas.
he was going to shut him down for 100 yards.
It's just mind-boggling how Tony and Galladay are not involved at all. Well, listen, think about this. The fact that we've gotten out our first 2 games with wins without them, if it's a problem of health or something, and we've won our first 2 games without them, imagine how much better it will be if we let them heal and they actually come into the game and be a factor.
Exactly.
I agree with Lou.
Let's just ride the positivity train for a little while, fellas. Please. Let's enjoy this victory.
Hey,
Let's
come
not-
on. He's a rookie. Leave the guy alone. Flat is a rookie. Leave the guy alone. Right, Lou?
Yeah, a lot of these guys are rookies. We have a very
know,
young
but
team.
If it
These guys
was
need
Flat,
to muster up some
wouldn't
wins,
have
build
him in
some chemistry together, get some confidence, and this team is going to be crazy, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tony has to get more touches. I agree with that.
Ronnie!
Who?
Hey, it's Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie's in the house. Hi, Ronnie. Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't seen her in a long time.
plays. Yeah, we must be doing something right.
Mm. Mm.
All right, Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. steps up in the pocket and takes a sack for a 4-yard loss.
Oh,
4th down. The Bears.
Poor
Look
baby.
like they're going to be holding Green Bay to a field goal. Oh, no. It's going to be a 3-and-out. It's going to be a punt. No, it's a field goal attempt. Yeah, they're in the red zone.
Well, he's a good kicker anyway.
Michael R. He says 2 wins without Tibbs and Aziz, but also without Galladay and Tony. So imagine what we can do when all of these guys are back on the field healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, they said Galladay cleared out his locker and left today.
That's what they said, all right.
So if that's true, we don't got to cut him and take a cap hit. He basically just quit, breach of contract.
Mm-hmm.
Conduct detrimental to the team. So.
Damn, he cleaned out his locker and dipped.
Ronnie!
Well, because he wasn't getting targeted enough.
So happy that we have Wink. He really made those guys ball. Defense was great. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Miss Ronnie, for all your support and always being the coolest lady we know in football.
I know Ronnie's awesome, isn't she?
Yeah.
Hi, Ronnie, haven't seen you.
But yeah, they said that he cleared out his locker and left. So if that's a fact, that's conduct unbecoming of the team, detrimental to the team, and that's breach of contract.
I agree.
And that might have been there playing the whole time.
So,
Packers up 3-0.
Yeah, big deal. Oh, it just
Hey, you hear about that, Lou? I mean, Pat? That Galladay cleaned out his locker after the game and went home?
Like, did he clean out his whole locker? Like, everything?
It could be all smoke and mirrors, but if there's some truth to that, buddy. Jones missed some open receivers, but his overall play is improving.
I'm eating pretzels. What are you eating, Pat?
If you're talking about that play where he overthrew Sterling Shepard, I hope
he was
went
grabbed.
Back and watched that play where he was held. And
that was a pass
interference play. Yeah.
But they're just excited that Daniel Jones missed the pass, so they could say, "Hey, he missed."
No, he didn't say that. He said Jones missed some open receivers, but his overall play is improving. So
yes, it is.
I'm talking about the people that are bashing him for that particular play. You didn't see that freaking.
Yes, sir. I am very happy with our 2-0 start. Don't get me wrong, bro. I am just saying. Yeah, we get it.
Every quarterback misses passes during games. I can sit here and break down film on every quarterback in every game. I guarantee you I can find 3 or 4 passes that they missed.
KG upset. They told him they were starting Seals.
Oh, poor
Is that what happened? Is that why they told him they was going to start Seals over his ass?
Well, yeah, playing.
He said it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, Pat.
I didn't see no reports about that, but hey, it is what it is. We gotta move forward. Like I said, he's barely on the field anyway.
D. Dan Shelton says the KG drama is brewing. Don't feel good about it. Yep. Hey, as long as it doesn't harm the rest of this team and start to throw off the chemistry that we're building in that locker room, I'd rather, if it is a problem, I'd rather we root it out now before we get on a good head of steam winning, and then it becomes a problem in the locker room and knocks us off course.
If that is true, that means that dude's on the field not running routes 100%.
Yeah.
Which is what I said a few weeks ago. What's up, fellas? Did Darnay Holmes redeem himself?
Yes.
Somewhat.
He did so.
No, I'm talking about cross routes. Yeah, they told him they were starting Seals over him. Yeah, well. They basically just took their gloves off and slapped him in the face and challenged him to a duel. But he got feelings and got butthurt and decided to throw a tantrum and walk out instead of do some self-reflection and say, damn, am I doing everything I can to stay on this field? Is there things I need to look at about myself that I need to improve on? No, he didn't do that. He threw a tantrum, cleared out his locker, and walked out of the field like a little 6-year-old. So that's what happens.
Can't blame him. You haven't been killing the league since you've been in there, so shit. Make some plays. But hey, look, it is what it is, man. We got to move forward. If he wasn't doing nothing on the field anyway, it is what it is.
That's right.
I think Flott did well for his very first start going against DJ Moore. He did give up a touchdown, but he'll get better.
Facts.
Look at it. Oh, he's going.
Hey, Seuss, what did y'all think of the rookie Flott? Oh, Pat just answered that. Okay. Quick draw over there on the comments. There you go, Pat. Appreciate it.
It was a little frustrated that people can't even be cool about being 2-0. You got to find a way to try to bash the players that the media bash. So you just want to join in on the basher.
Yeah, that's our fan base, brother. It's all right. At least we know we got the positivity train going over here. We going 11-6, maybe even more.
Why don't y'all say something? Oh, damn. Fields fumbled, but they get it back. But why can't y'all say some of the plays that he did make, like the 4th and 1, outrunning Burns to get into the red zone? That he outran Burns and while he slipped. You can't say that he didn't run to get the first down at the end of the game to stop them from getting the ball back. He closed the game for us. What about the drive when he drove for the touchdown? He was making passes like Burrow or somebody throwing across his body and hitting open receivers that weren't open. What about the pass to Richie James who threw between 3 people?
That was Dave Montgomery.
If this is your first time here, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe to the content creators, Classified 3F for Joe, Big Pat Sports Talk, G-Way with Jay Lay.
What about all the people that said we didn't have a chance in hell if the Panthers made Daniel Jones beat them? And guess what? They did. They shut down the run.
Yep. And who beat them? Because Barkley didn't.
You tell me Jones had nothing to do with the 19 points that we got?
Right. I'll wait. Because Saquon Barkley did not win us this game. So I'll wait. Who beat him?
Oh, Graham Gano beat him. Well, who got the ball down the field so Graham Gano could kick the field goal? Yeah, did he throw the passes down the field?
The team in the defense won us the game, sir.
Here we go again.
And after that, when we needed the clock to keep ticking and we needed to gain first downs and Saquon Barkley couldn't run, who ran and got us that first down and kept the clock ticking?
He did.
That drive that he got that touchdown when we went 13-6 was important as shit.
I'll just
say, not only that, hold on 1 second. Not only that, on that drive, Daniel Jones of last year would have took 2 sacks. He rolled out of the pocket and threw the ball out of bounds and lived to fight another play, which is what the smart quarterbacks in this league do. And you're starting to see him elevate his game, and you're starting to see him make reads and make smarter decisions. It's a growing.
He is getting better. Yeah, he is getting better.
Nobody said he's going to come out here and be Brett Favre or Peyton Manning week 1.
All I'm saying is the defense did more with their opportunities than Daniel Jones did.
That's fine. But if you remember, we said earlier before the season started that this defense was going to have to carry us the first 6 weeks, and our offense was going to have to be predicated off of the run. We said this already. There was
we know.
Pains. The pass protection needed to get better. It still needs to get better, apparently. You know, there was one play where he said hike and the damn
I don't think he did bad. I don't think he did bad or anything. I just think he's not the reason why we won the game.
No, well, I mean, he's not the reason
why we lost.
He is
the reason why we lost.
No. He's the reason that we got up the field to kick that game-winning drive, though, and to kill the clock and not give them the ball back with any time.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to make the field goal, but he tried to get a touchdown and his try. He wasn't trying to get a field goal.
Super Bowls are won on field goals, and when the field goal is made, the kicker doesn't get the credit. The quarterback gets the credit for driving them down there in the last waning seconds of the game.
Would you say that if Joe Burrow did that or Justin Herbert did that? Would you say, the kicker won the game? No, you wouldn't.
If Bullock made that field goal last week, did the kicker win the game, or did Tannehill or
no? Tannehill drove them down there. If Tannehill doesn't drive them down there, the kicker doesn't have a chance to make the kick.
Fact.
All right. I just agree. I will just agree to disagree.
You can tell he's been sipping. He's all right.
Well,
That's not going to change.
Agree to
When Tom
disagree.
Brady won those 2 Super Bowls and Vinatieri kicked those Super Bowl winning drives, did they say Vinatieri was the player of the game, or did they
Yeah.
say Tom Brady?
Hold up,
No,
Tom
they
Brady.
didn't. Tom Brady, when he drove that
Tom
team
Brady
down there
says it
against the
himself.
Rams,
this chat, fellas. Thank you.
when he drove down there against the Rams, they gave Tom Brady the credit for driving down there and winning the Super Bowl.
Jesus
But we all know
Martinez
who won it,
Skip
though.
eating his words now. Yes, he is. Old punk ass Skip. Skip almost had a heart attack with that field goal. Jones showed true grit in this game.
Yes, he did.
Levance, much
Okay,
love
so
and
you
respect
saying,
to everyone.
so you saying,
Hold on. Let me catch up my chat, man.
Go ahead.
Crowd favorite media. It was a complete team effort, offense, defense, special teams. Hey, that's what it takes. All 3 phases of the game. Darren Gordon, what's going on, my brother? He says Galladay is in the doghouse like a mofo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Michael R. Jones without his $70 million number 1 receiver. His number 2 hardly played. O-line was at a loss entire first half where his running back couldn't get it going. Man, that kid can't catch a break. Still gets a win and still can't catch a break. I agree with you, Michael.
I agree with Michael, too.
He doesn't get open. A Gettleman mistake.
Well, you gotta have him throwing it.
Let me ask you this. So do you not think that Davis Webb could have did exactly what Daniel Jones did today with the offense?
No.
Wow. All right.
Definitely not.
What in Davis Webb's career have you seen where he would be able to do that in the regular season game? He can't even make it off people's practice squad.
Can he run out?
You seen how he was playing with this offense, and y'all was all saying
that was the third against the third team, bro.
Tommy for one time, he says Jones was pressured a lot this game. He had better pocket presence and he made big plays when needed. That is true. The Jones of last year would have thrown interceptions, would have got sacked when we didn't need him to. He played smart football. I don't care if it's a game management to win the game, as long as we win the fucking game.
Yeah.
You think if we're in the Super Bowl and he throws an ugly pass that gets caught for a touchdown to win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna complain about how ugly the pass was? Hell no.
Right. I just want Daniel Jones to win us a game, like to go down there, drive, score the touchdown, win us the game, not get by.
You'll see plenty of those this season, sir. You will see plenty of those this season, sir. Look into my eyes, sir. Look at these right here.
Saquon won us that game last week.
G-Way, J-Way. I need you to look right here, sir. You will see plenty of those game-winning drives led by Daniel for the touchdown to win the game.
For the touchdown, not a kick. Not the defense gets the ball back and then Saquon does it.
Sir,
you know how many times Eli Manning did that?
Drive the ball down the field and get the game-winning touchdown. You will see it numerous times this season.
Yes.
Mark my words.
I agree.
Buy a DJ jersey.
I hope so. Yeah. Hey, I'll be the first. I'll be the first.
Monetize.
If Daniel Jones could take us to the playoffs or 11-6 or even 8 to 9 wins, I will buy a Daniel Jones jersey.
No, 11-6. We just said it.
I know it. I will buy a Daniel Jones jersey if he goes down and wins us games. On
NYT says the quarterback is the credit for everything.
Tommy, what's up? Giant Nation.
Everybody. Drive for a touchdown.
Hello.
NYT says the quarterback gets the credit for everything. Fields rushing touchdown.
Who is that guy underneath you, Lou?
I just wanted to say that to our boy that keeps saying he wants Jones to do more and Jones to prove himself. I mean, you got to remember, man, Jones last year and the past 3 years, he's been brainwashed to play horrible football. He never got taught proper mechanics. He never got taught how to be coached. Play calling he had, everything, was just horrible.
100% better. He is doing 100% better, and I'm not mad at Daniel Jones. I'm not saying he's garbage.
You just want him to show you more.
Yeah, or that he played bad. He didn't even play bad. But I don't think that
it's not playoff. It's not playoff quarterback. It ain't no playoff quarterback that we got right now. He ain't a playoff quarterback.
Can I say something real quick, man? Like The
No,
the
man.
heat the heat on Daniel Jones is so crazy.
Because he's
is.
an NFL
Hold
quarterback.
hold on.
Damn, Jay.
The heat
Sorry.
on Daniel Jones is so crazy to where if he drives down and gets us a field goal to win, oh, he didn't get a touchdown. Like that is crazy.
You're
That
misconstruing
is
what my statement is. You're misconstruing my statement. The
No,
whole
bro.
thing is
No, Tommy just broke down exactly what you're saying correctly.
didn't-
You just
I
want to
didn't-
see more.
You know what
I
it is? I
understand
think.
that.
say he did
I
bad.
understand that.
Look, I think what
But-
bro trying to say is, bro trying to say that what Jones did what Cooper Rush did. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He did what
He
another
didn't
team's
fuck
backup
up.
did.
He didn't mess up. Good job.
Okay.
I can agree with that. But at the end of the day, we didn't say he was going to come out here and be Brett Favre. We
Y'all
said
keep
we
on
just
bringing
needed
him.
him.
And,
No.
And listen,
We just need him
To
to
improve.
improve game to game. First 6 weeks, definitely, until this pass protection picks up and gets better.
And he's improving. He's
He is
definitely
doing
improving.
that.
And he is. He's doing a
Smart
lot
as this
better.
with the
He's doing a
football.
lot better, bro.
He is
I'm not.
managing the
do
game
you
a lot
understand? Do you understand that this
Confidence.
man? Go
Exudes
ahead.
greatness. Once they're more confident and they've built some chemistry together, they'll go out and they'll do these wild plays that make you be like, yeah, DJ, yeah, Saquon. But that has to come with time. They have to develop that chemistry. They have to develop that trust and confidence in the man next to them so that they can let their talents flourish thoroughly. That is
This
a
is
fact.
this is like
Do
a whole
you
training
got
camp all over again.
do people understand that this man is out here with Saquon Barkley? That's his best weapon. If you shut down the run, his receivers are can't get right.
Fact.
Kadarius Toney that can't stay on the field. Riggs that's coming off an Achilles injury. Richie James who's a journeyman, a rookie at tight end, and he's getting constant pressure on every single play just about. He was
With
running
two
for his
O-linemen
life.
that are
He
rookies.
was.
Right.
He was.
Running for his life the whole
I
game.
didn't say he did bad, bro.
Hold on. I never said you said that he did bad. And he's in his fifth offensive system in four years. This is the first 2 games. And you expect this man to come out here and look like an Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that? Come out here and throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns to this group of
He
receivers?
could do it. He got the juice too.
He could do it if the line could block consistently,
Right.
but they're not able to block consistently
Yeah,
right
their
now.
communication ain't there yet.
You're right, and the linemen take the longest thing to jail too. So I mean, by
Exactly.
by
Hey,
the end of the year, it shouldn't look like this. The line should not look like this no more. So I
But
mean,
you know what's crazy?
Exactly.
If we watched Ezekiel and Thomas, it was a lot of schemes that they had the defensive line crossing, and the way that Ezekiel was picking it up, I was surprised. I was surprised that he didn't mess up more than what he could have.
The offensive line today, it wasn't a Zudu. It was Feliciano and Glowinski
yeah,
giving it up
Feliciano and
today.
Louisiana
Yeah,
was
Ezekiel
getting
was
blown the hell
good.
up.
So look at this, Jay. If you're getting pressure in your face from the
Yeah.
jump, how are you supposed to be out there killing it?
I'm not saying
If you out there,
the
hold
argument.
on, you keep cutting me off. You
My
won't
bad,
even let
my
me
bad,
finish a statement.
My bad. My bad.
I'm sitting here trying to explain that what Daniel Jones did today, no, he wasn't a world beater. I don't think he's that type of quarterback. But what I do know is if you give him solid protection, that man will eat you alive. I promise you he will. But he has to have constant protection. All these other quarterbacks out here, when they don't have constant protection, guess what they got? A constant number 1 receiver who gets open on everybody.
Hold on.
Tyreek Hill, he was
And
getting
tackle
open today.
says when they needed a touchdown, down 13-6, they
He
called
got
plays for DJ to throw the ball, and he drove us down the field and scored a touchdown. So when it is necessary, last week as well, when we were down 13-0, DJ drove us down the field and got us tied up. Our defense got us the ball back, but DJ drove us down the field with the help of Saquon and Shepard, yes. But He's the guy throwing the ball. So you have to give him the credit.
No, I do. I mean, he's a giant quarterback. And I'd rather have him than Baker Mayfield. 150%.
Question on that last drive when we went up 19-16, did Feliciano not give up a run play where we lost 5 yards, and then the very next play held to where we lost 15 yards in 2 plays, and did Daniel Jones get us right back in field goal range?
Yep.
He did.
But you got to remember the past 4 or 5 seasons, we would lose each year. We would lose about 4, 5, 6 games by 3 or less.
Yeah, about 3 down points.
Guess what? We won both of them this year.
Finally, yeah, that's what I'm saying. For us to finally win those games and find ways to win from being down and making halftime adjustments, and the offense ain't clicking, and defense misses some plays here and there. I mean, we're finding ways to win, man. It's a big improvement. Big improvement.
Yeah, because last year we would have lost these 2 games last year.
We would have lost a whole bunch of them.
Question. A crucial 3rd down on that 19-16 field goal. Did Daniel Jones not pick up a 3rd and 12 in the pocket with pressure in his face, and he found Seals on a rope between 3 people to get the 1st down for us to go down there and kick the game-winning field goal? Did he not do that?
And we forgetting about the play to Tony. You remember that 30-yard play to Tony
that was brought back on the bullshit penalty.
Yeah, it was a bad call, man.
Yeah.
NYG.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Moderators at?
Yeah, what's going on, NYG?
Me in the chat like that, man.
Now we're good. Now you can swear.
Hey, and I just want to be clear though. I'm happy. It's 2-0, bro. I'm not. We were just talking about this. All started from who do we think won us the game? Who was the most important factor in winning us the game? I believe Daniel Jones did a very fine job. He got us a touchdown. He did make big plays on 3rd and long and marched us down the field, so we would be in the position to kick a field goal. I just would. If you had to pick between having Daniel Jones and somebody that may be a little close, or our defense that we had out there, I mean, or our defensive coordinator being I would rather have that defense than Daniel Jones.
Anybody know who won that game today?
To win.
Zimenez.
Want to win.
Think Zimenez
That's what I want to do is win. And we've been doing that, so I ain't tripping.
If y'all want to know who won the game, it was Wink Martindale, the defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Point blank period. You can't deny it. Zimenez was dominating out there. Like, I was watching this dude with my own eyes, and he looked like a totally different player. You know, I think Dame Belton played an underrated game. I think he had about 5 tackles.
Love.
I seen they played him at the free safety a lot while bringing McKinney down in the box to guard against McCaffrey. I thought that was
Durant Osman.
Yeah, I was saying that the other day. We was gonna have to use Belton and Love and Holmes all on the field together.
Question. Would you rather have Daniel Jones on this team or have this defense?
The defense.
What kind of question is that? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying then. Is that I like the defense more in this game than Daniel Jones.
Well, listen, of course we like
Nobody
the defense
said
in this
you
game.
were wrong that the
But
defense had something to do to win the game. That Daniel Jones, we won in spite of Daniel Jones. That's not true.
It's not like if he was throwing interceptions and fumbling the ball and shit like that, then we would have won in spite of Daniel Jones. But he didn't give away the ball. He didn't make no mistakes that the defense had to come back and make up for on his behalf. And that's what people are saying on Twitter, which is fucking crazy.
But you know, Lou, the thing about it, Lou, is the real thing about it is the scheme didn't call for Jones to do everything. The scheme, the game plan, the play calling, it wasn't for it to be on Jones' shoulders. The play calling and the scheme was to manage the game and get out with the field goal victory.
Yeah.
They know, this coaching staff knows that they don't have all their pieces in place. We as fans can look at this team and know we don't have all our pieces in place. I said it a few minutes ago on this very stream. We need a dog of a center, a decent interior lineman, guard, okay? We need a stud at wide receiver, and we need a stud tight end. If we get those 4 things, this team is phenomenal for at least 6 to 8 years. Dynasty.
Yeah, because
So if we can say that as fans, you don't think that Joe Shane and Brian Dable see what they're missing? So they have to play to their strengths and use what they have to get their best game plan in effect on the team every Sunday. Every Sunday is not going to be a Barkley balling out. Every Sunday is not going to be a DJ shredding them apart. Every Sunday is not going to be Kadarius Toney killing them. It's going to call for whatever works against a specific team you're game planning for.
Exactly.
That's what smart coaches do.
Yeah,
That
he's
Super
coming
Bowl,
up with a different game plan every single
Bowl
week.
in 1990 against the Bills, Bill Belichick, as the defensive coordinator, came out there and said, look, I have a game plan that's going to sound crazy to y'all. We're going to have to let Thurman Thomas run all over us in order for us to win this game. And they did just that. They forced Thurman Thomas to beat him. They knew that their linebackers would rally and get him before he broke a real big one. And they shut down the receivers and the quarterback. And the game plan worked. Yeah, he got a lot of individual yards, but we walked out of there with the dub.
Well, we're gonna anyway from the 21st doesn't make it or something like that. We're gonna pick from 21st to 28th. We're in a position of looking for a draft of a number one wide receiver. With a second round draft, you're looking into, we're looking maybe, a center? Okay, the third draft, bring in another tight end. You got one from last year, you got one in this year. What the hell? Fourth? Hell.
That's right, Bookend. He said, hey, Eli, great quarterback, but when he lost Plax, it ruined our season.
Whole season
That's
went
why
down.
it's a team game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this regime is definitely different because through the preseason and before the preseason, you notice how they were using everybody to a snap count, to a touch count. And they did that through preseason and training camp. They weren't overloading nobody. Right. They didn't have nobody with a whole bunch of looks, a whole bunch of targets, a whole bunch of playing time. They kind of made everybody aware that, hey, you're not going to get all the playing time. This is going to be a rotational thing.
Yeah, we playing receiver by committee right now.
And Barkley, you don't see Barkley throwing a tantrum if he don't get the ball every damn play.
Right.
I don't understand what Galladay's problem is. But it's okay. You want to be a diva? Go take your ass to Vegas and do show tunes.
Yeah,
Grant Osmond said.
They told him they started seals.
What's refreshing is these second half adjustments. That's what this team has been missing for how long? That is a fact.
Years.
Game adjustments is something we could not do for the past couple of seasons, at least 3 seasons. So
we won the second half in both games.
Yep.
Yeah, we're a second half team.
Right. Because you want to know why? Because we got to figure out how to beat this team with the offense that we have, because we have no legitimate number one options out there in the receiver field.
But could you imagine?
I don't think we have very many receivers at all. Like, period. Like, our receiver core is
thin.
It's what, man? It's garbage.
Boo.
Because
you expect Daniel Jones to go out there and look like a world beater?
Whenever we get to the point where we start off fast, that's gonna be real good.
We're going to.
If we get on top of you in the first half, pause, we gonna beat your ass.
That's what I'm saying, man. Once we get to the point where we can start off fast, man,
yeah, that is a double
beat.
You gonna beat them cheeks.
But think about it. If we beat you in the first half, like 20-0, you gonna get killed that game.
Yeah, sure.
That ain't that Jason Garrett clapping you hear in the background.
Oh man, you know what? While you talking about Jason Garrett, they have the the Sunday night football, and they have like him and Tony Dungy talking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I had to change them just talking because I couldn't even hear that fool talk, man. I said, man, I can't even hear
voices. But I'm watching the game right now on mute. I don't like listening to none of the commentators, none of that shit.
I can't even hear Garrett, bro. I was watching it for like 2 minutes, man, and I heard Dungy say what he said, and then Garrett started talking, and I just turned it off.
Turn that shit off.
Hell yeah.
For real.
I'm talking about, man, his whole just looking at him, he ruined our season. He purposely came. He was the ops. He came and he tore us down last year.
I
Man.
didn't understand why you would have the enemy come into the. Fuck that.
Because
Maybe
I'm
he had a
gonna give
team
y'all some
with us
real.
back in the day. He was a giant back in the day.
I'm gonna give y'all the real about this season. Don't expect this offense to explode.
Nah, not at all.
No.
As long as we got those receivers like can't get right in them out there, expect hard, gritty wins, and maybe a couple of teams we can expose them if they stupid on defense and continue to look at Saquon Barkley, let us beat them deep. But we got a receiver coming off Achilles that's our best receiver. We got a receiver in Kenley Galladay that's complaining about playing time but ain't putting in the grind. We got Kadarius Toney who's
we don't got
it's
Kadarius
just
Toney.
weird.
We don't got
weird.
Kadarius Toney.
Wandale Robinson got hurt. We got Slayton, but we don't even play him. And then you got the Hollywood preseason Hulk Hogan out there.
He still ain't played. Why is Slayton not playing?
David Sills is not a good receiver, man.
Why is
he made 2-3 plays today?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why Darius Slayton is not playing? Did he?
I don't know. Maybe he got his confidence drained by this fan base and the team, and
he played
not himself.
He played like 1 or 2 snaps because I remember on a snap, and I watched it. I was watching it directly. He kind of was like Kadarius Toney was lined up wrong, and Slayton was tapping him like, "Yo, move over here." And I'm gonna break it down on the film, but yeah, it's Kadarius Toney. It's something wrong with him, man. I don't know, man. And then he had that drop. It's like I'm off Toney right now. They need to redo this whole receiving core.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, all them guys gone after this year. I promise you they gone.
I wouldn't be mad if they went 2 wide receivers.
And guess what? That's gonna make it to where Daniel Jones is gone too. Even if we have good games and we win, go 11-6, I promise you they still gonna get rid of Daniel Jones because these receivers are ass.
That tight end Hudson got open a couple times today.
Only one they gonna keep is Saquon, and he might be gone too.
No, you gotta keep Saquon. Saquon's
the
only reason why we have
the heart and soul of this offense.
He is, but I'm saying if he redoes the quarterback, all the wide receivers, I mean, you could. It wouldn't be crazy. You just cut the whole thing.
You get a rookie quarterback, you want your veteran receiver in there to help him read them defenses.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
You can't get rid of Saquon.
He's gonna be the only one to make it out of the whole Gettleman era.
Him and Shep probably. Well, Shep was before
Shep
Gettleman. Shep was a Jerry Reese guy.
Yeah,
Shep gonna be gone just because of age and everything. I mean, he may come back maybe.
I don't know. If you look at that victory in Tennessee, you look who coach was hugging at the end of the game. It was Shep and Saquon.
Yeah,
so they had the heart and soul of this offense. You get rid of them, you turn this team against you. You lose the locker room. That's not smart coaching.
We gotta not push the panic button just yet.
Yeah.
We got good receivers.
We just blew it all up last season. We are in a full rebuild, and we came out 2-0. People should be clapping, cheering.
Yeah, we playing with house money.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm happy. Hey, bro, I'm happy.
Playing with house money, man.
We
playing with house money. We up.
7 months ago. We blew it all up 7 months ago.
I mean, to me, it ain't no surprise.
We came out 2-0 after blowing it all up 7 months ago, and people are losing their shit. You should be doing somersaults, taking showers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about the Giants.
It's no surprise.
This is just a in-house debate. It was the Giants as a whole are 2-0. I'm not mad at all. It was just who won the game for us.
The New York Football Giants as a whole.
Won us the game. Yeah, the New York Football Giants.
There was a total team effort today because if you take away one aspect of any part of this team today, we lost.
We lost.
I don't care how good the defense was. If Daniel Jones doesn't make those little bit of plays that he made, we lose. If Graham Gano doesn't hit those kicks, we lose.
If the holder doesn't hold,
if we don't get those 2 turnovers, we lose.
Yeah.
If Zimenez didn't go to the quarterback, remember when he was rolling out and he had 2 D linemen on him, and then Zimenez came out of nowhere to make him throw the ball away on 3rd down.
Hard.
Yeah, man, this is looking bad for Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry.
He should have
Aaron
played.
Rodgers is the greatest thrower of football ever. If he ain't getting time in that pocket, guess what? He getting his ass whooped too.
Looking like trash out there.
Yeah. Without Devontae Adams, it's looking very rough on Aaron Rodgers out here this year.
Yeah, he ain't got that for sure receiver that gets open.
Oh, look at that. Now, when you ain't got Kenny Galladay playing at his best potential, that's what you end up with.
Put on your head.
Without your star wide receiver.
But the way James is catching them balls, man, it's pretty good. He's doing
He's
real
the only
good.
receiver that he has that has any consistency.
Yeah.
He's the only one. And
Yeah.
Richie James is not a number 1 or 2 receiver. He's a slot receiver.
He's like a 4 receiver.
Right. What a vicious punt. Oh, my goodness.
But the way our tight end Hudson, he got open and made some crucial catches.
Yep,
man.
Tanner Hudson got open. Maybe if Tanner Hudson didn't play today, we lost. Hell, Bellin just one catch. He doesn't get, we lose.
Real
this
talk.
is a full team effort.
Alex.
It's not. Nobody's winning in spite of the other. We're winning because of the other.
Yeah.
What hurt us bad was when we got the 2 fumbles, but we only got 3 from it. We didn't get 7.
And guess what? The play calling on that first one was not good.
Hell,
that stupid stuff getting cute in the red zone.
Trick plays.
Yeah, trick plays, man. Just let those boys go out there and try to grind it out, get that touchdown.
That's it. That's all, man. I wish we would.
Hell, I would rather you give it to Saquon Barkley 3 times in a row.
Alex, come on in here and give us your thoughts on 2 wins this season. And let me know if you still think I'm crazy with my 11-6 prediction, Monsieur Alex.
And Tommy, I'm gonna be real, man. I think he tries to play a little bit to these guys' egos a little bit too. Try to get Kadarius Toney involved. Fuck it. If it's not good, if it's not working, fuck it. Just, man, look. If we have to try to grind it out and be a grinded out team with Saquon Barkley in the red zone, that it is what it is. Nobody's falling for those trick plays because they know that's the only time that Kadarius Toney gonna get the ball.
Right. Because I'd rather have Tony on a slant instead of that trick shit.
Yep.
That in the backfield trick shit ain't where it's at. Because we have no respect out of our receivers. They know that our receivers can't beat them off the line of
What
scrimmage.
we have to continue growing, developing, learning. Then you can establish the trick plays. But your first year developing, not sure who you got in this team, you got to give them all a chance of later in the year. People are developing, growing, learning. Hey, it is what it is. But don't run no trick plays in their first year. Just stay away from that shit. All it does is burn us.
Every time, Joe. It burns us every single damn time we run that trick play shit. We lose 3 to 5 yards. And we're not an offense that can overcome 2nd and 18s and 3rd and 12s.
We don't got no grown man receiver that's healthy.
I got a take for y'all though. I think they used Kadarius Toney on those trick plays because Kadarius Toney is not a good wide receiver.
I'm starting to think that as well.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think that as well, bro.
Because why don't they put him on slants? Why don't they put him on go routes? Why don't they put him on in cuts or crossing routes? Maybe he just can't run them. I don't know.
Maybe he's just a luxury weapon that should be used as a punt return, kick return, and bubble screens and shit.
Right.
Let's not forget this guy was a former running back, former quarterback, now wide receiver. So,
you know how you play with Tony? You got to play backyard style. Hey, get open, I'll throw it to you.
No, Kadarius Toney needs to be with a coach like Andy Reid that uses weapons like that and turn them into monsters.
Kafka does that.
Andy Reid is a level above just about every offensive coach in this game. Maybe Sean McVay is on his level.
But other than that, Andy Reid is a monster. This man had Freddie Mitchell, Todd Pinkston, and Greg Ward over there with the Eagles looking very good.
My boy Ward Cougar, third Ward Cougar, our quarterback turned receiver.
Hey, you know what, y'all? In a perfect world, we could all be wrong, and it's only week 2, and they haven't played Slayton and they haven't played Tony like that because they developing. They are not even developing, but they opening up the playbook.
Yeah, he left in a brace, didn't he? Then Leonard Williams had a brace on at the end of the game. What happened with that?
Squad.
They said it wasn't too bad.
What I'm saying though, they could just be, maybe they think that they could beat these two teams without
the juice.
Without using them, because they are fragile or whatever. I mean, not so much
coming up, fellas. This keeps coming up. This is not the first time I keep hearing this and keep reading this. That Kadarius Toney doesn't know the playbook. This was an issue last year. This was an issue and a rumor last year as well. So,
this dude Fields threw a pass after he was about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Boy, he was about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage and still threw it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Kadarius Toney, man. At this point, just from right now, it's way too early to make a big statement. But at this point, man, we just need the wide receiver core needs to get blown up. Keep Shep as a vet. Keep Kadarius. Keep Saquon Barkley in the backfield and blow all the rest of that special teams up. All the specialties up on offense.
I think the only sure thing at wide receiver moving forward is Wan'Dale Robinson.
Oh yeah, because he ain't been there. He's hurt, so he hasn't done nothing or not done nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
right.
That's why they're gonna keep him. He's Sean's guy, so he drafted him.
Yeah.
I thought Zimenez had that interception. I was about to say, man.
I thought Zimenez had it too.
He was really productive for us, man. He did his thing.
So imagine moving forward now, you got Zimenez to put in the mix, and he can get the job done. Jahad Ward can get the job done. Now you bringing back Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari. Baker Mayfield should have got sacked probably about 5 to 6 times today.
Yeah,
if KT and Azeez is out there, that's a blowout.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
And maybe Thibodeau starts off and he's struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Adapting to the NFL because he hasn't played in a regular season game yet.
That's why I think they bring them back together.
Yeah, you can put in Zimenez in and still have an adequate player. Yeah.
Out of staff throughout all of this, we've been down. We were losing. We had to come back, make plays. They never lose their cool. They always keep their poise.
Nope, no matter how far we get down or how the momentum is shifted.
Right.
They kept their cool.
Yeah,
and Daniel Jones, I don't care what nobody says, steps up every time they need him to. Every time this season we've needed Daniel Jones to step up and make a play for us. He has done it every single time. Doesn't matter if it's with his feet or his arm. He's done it. At least give him that.
Yeah, he's improved a lot. He don't pat the ball no more, man. He used to ball like crazy. He don't pat the ball for shit no more.
He does seem a lot more decisive. You know what I'm saying? He does. He did hold the ball a little bit, but that could be the receivers just not getting open.
I wish he would take them under cross routes more, man. It'd be like cross routes in the middle, under, man, that he could just dump it off real quick. Man. I think he'd be looking for that bomb play.
Yeah, he'd be looking over the top.
He hears what everybody out here be saying about him. That shit gets in anybody's head. I don't care how long you hold it back.
Yeah.
After a while, you be like, you know what? I'm going to show these mother. You know what I mean?
I wish he would just take what the defense gives him because he would move the chains all the time. He would.
People complain about that too.
That's what they
want. He's a check down quarterback. He's a one-read quarterback.
I think that's what he is doing. What the defense gives him, I don't think he's pushing the ball down the field enough. I think he's scared to make a mistake. That's what I think.
Yeah, but he's definitely holding that ball a little longer than he should because sometimes he could have been dumped it off. But I ain't mad at him for stick in the pocket, make a big play. I'm mad at it.
Make a complete judgment. But what I will say is more plays out there. I watched
Going in and out, NYG.
You sound like Megatron on bad reception.
Right.
NYG probably got to get out and come back in.
Yeah, he be working though. He be like out working and stuff. Right? He be doing shit. So he should be going in and out.
later.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Jones trying to stick in that pocket and get a bigger play. I ain't mad at it because it shows that he ain't scared.
Yeah. I mean, I never questioned his grit. I mean, and his willingness to put himself on the line or to try to
Dash.
make the
What's
play.
going on, Dad?
What's going on, fellas? 2-0.
Yeah, I like him trying to make the play.
Yeah.
I'm sitting back. I'm listening to y'all convo. Then I jump in.
He's sliding more. You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell me
Daniel
that.
Jones a year ago would have thrown an interception, would have taken the sack there. He would have tried to do too much.
I'm just glad he didn't do nothing to mess it up. He did what he was supposed to do.
He's improving. He's definitely.
You see how many times he ran out the pocket today when the pocket broke down? Now, there weren't a huge plays on that because he can't depend on his receivers to break open. But he ran out the pocket because he would have got sacked like 8 times today last year.
True indeed.
Yep. His awareness has greatly improved. His ball protection has improved. His decision making has improved.
He would have fumbled. He would have got hit and fumbled or something.
Yeah, it was about 3-4 sack fumbles today.
And again, it's only week 2 with a hodgepodge O-line that still has growing pains and is making mistakes and still letting him get pressured. So, again, still a work in progress. This offense is going to have to be a run-predicated offense for at least the first 6 weeks till this pass protection gets better and this offensive line builds chemistry and gels. But
again, he's not getting stacked as the Cincinnati quarterback.
The fact that we're winning in spite of all of these things that I just named is very promising.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? And that's what people are not looking at. The fact that we are still winning in spite of all of these ailments that we have right now.
Yep.
It is very promising. It gives you cause for optimism because we're winning games, creating defensive pressure without Aziz, without Thibodeau. We're winning games without a number 1 star receiver out there being the boss. We're winning games without our offensive line pass protecting well and subpar run protection this game.
Had a lot of penalties this game.
And we're still winning games with all of those things being said. So now you take that and you say, when Aziz and Thibodeau come back, this defense improves exponentially. When we get a star wide receiver to get his head out of his ass, or we get a true star wide receiver back in here, then this offense improves exponentially. So, people just got to take the emotions out of it and start looking at it logically.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that kills me. You're not looking at this shit logically.
Yeah, this team is built in the trenches.
This team is still having offensive line issues because they have to gel, and he doesn't have a number 1 or a number 2 receiver, and barely has a number 3, and has a rookie at tight end.
Out of the 12 passes he had incomplete today, it was only maybe like 5 of them his fault. About 5 his fault.
Stu DiMaglio. Maybe, Stu. He may be. Levance. Ronnie.
I'm glad that our linebackers, they were more decisive on the blitz or the pass coverage this game. It wasn't all that no man's land shit.
Listen, I got to give O'Shane Zimenez his props because I was one of the people saying get rid of his ass.
We all did.
No, listen, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, bro. That's wrong. That's what's wrong with a lot of these people in the world. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, bro. I ain't scared to admit it. And here's my philosophy on that.
But it ain't
you
no
can't whoop my ass, you can't take my toys, and you can't send me to my room. So I just keep it funky. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, Lou, it ain't your fault. You only going off of what has been proven and shown.
That's a fact.
Right. No, but I did call him a lot of names. I called him O'Shane Zimenez and all that. So I'm man enough to admit that the man's been balling out for the first 2 weeks. He had some good plays that helped us. So shout out to O'Shane Zimenez. I'll eat crow on that.
Nah, Lou, you're right. You're right because it took the man 4 years to show up. offensive, man. All
Yeah,
that
true.
preseason stuff is one thing. You know what I mean? Coaching.
That just
It's all
goes
about
to
the coaching.
testament to coaching.
And see, and that's what I'm saying about Daniel Jones, man. If he goes down there and drives down and has a game-winning drive, touchdown drive, I'll shut the fuck up. And
You're
that's
gonna see about 3 of them against Dallas this week.
That's-
Don't you
but
worry.
that's-
Put your
yeah.
motherfucking record button on your TV, sir,
no,
because it's
yeah.
gonna be a
I'm
barn
gonna
burner.
be tuned in. I'm in Texas. It's gonna be live. It's
gonna be a barn burner, sir.
Well, maybe I'm just different because I don't give a shit if you drive down and get a touchdown or if you drive us down there to get the field goal.
I don't care if it's
You drove us down the field and you won the game for us. You drove us down the field. Tom Brady won Super Bowls by driving down the field, kicking field goals.
He won the Super Bowl because
Hey, Pat.
he won the Super Bowl because the kicker made the point.
But he got him down there to kick
Right.
the ball, Jay.
Like, that doesn't make sense, bro. It's a game-winning drive regardless.
You remember that movie where the plane it's a real situation, but they made a movie out of it. Where the damn pilot had to get them down and land them on the water and shit.
Oh yeah, in New York. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what the pilot did wrong to break their protocols. Did he save them fucking people?
Yes, he
You see what I'm
did.
saying? And this is the point that the Giants fan base has come to. Like, oh, we won, but he didn't get us a game-winning touchdown. I don't give no disrespect to my man Jay. I'm just saying that shit makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the win. I don't care if it was ugly, pretty, a cross-dress win. I don't give a damn.
Y'all painting like I'm saying I'm upset or like all this doesn't count or some shit like that.
That's why I said no disrespect to you, but we commenting about the people that we reading these stupid ass tweets from.
Hey.
All I was saying was, the question was who won the game, and in my opinion, I'd rather have the defense than Daniel Jones during that game. That's all I was saying, bro. I want the guy to do great. He did do well enough for us to win, for us to be 2-0. He did great. He didn't fuck up. He didn't throw an interception. He did not fumble. He did drive us down so we can have a field goal. But our defense is what won us the game.
Okay. Well, listen, there's a phrase that's popular for a reason. Defense wins championships. Okay. So we had Phil Simms at quarterback, and our defense was freaking Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, and all them guys. So you telling me that just because our defense won us those championships, fuck Phil Simms?
No, why is it?
Nah, man. That's
Would you say that about Eli Manning?
Why does that have to be so extreme?
Save Eli Manning, I don't know how many times.
Why does it have to be so extreme of fuck up? Like, no, it's not that. It's not to that ladder of the spectrum. All I'm saying is, I would rather have the defense than Daniel Jones. That's it.
I would rather have the win.
Big blue and
Yeah, but I think the thing is this, though. The thing is this: if Daniel Jones, if we continue to win, but Daniel Jones still looks the way he's looking now, he's getting replaced. I think that's what you're getting at, Jay Lee, right? We can win all the games in the world, but if the man is only, one touchdown a week, 150 yards, they're gonna move on.
They'll be gone. Shit.
Exactly.
The NFL. Tim Tebow took their ass to the AFC Championship and they got rid of his ass. So I mean,
that's all out, because there was, before all of this, when we was watching the game and they was on the stream like that, the question was who won the game for us. Pat said Daniel Jones. I said it was the special teams and defense. The special teams and the defense, to me, played a bigger factor than Daniel Jones in the game.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, the one thing is
the
that
captain of this team, and he
Daniel
drove us down
Jones
there when we needed him to, and he made
Exactly.
smart decisions that helped us to win the game. And I'm not gonna take that away from the kid, because last year he would have thrown an interception or taken an uncostly sack in a bad time and would have cost us the game.
He did
made
enough.
smartest decisions, which made us win the game.
That's
So I
what
gotta
it is.
Give him his props.
He did, yes, good job. He did enough for us to not lose. I appreciate that. You didn't fuck it up.
It's more than It's more
Right.
than him
It's
not
more
fucking
than
it
that.
up, man.
It's
It's really
he made better decisions, which put us in better positions to help us to win
Yeah,
the
okay,
game.
you right. Maybe I'm discrediting him too much.
he's playing
I'm
better.
being a smart ass by saying
Yeah, you're being a smart ass.
Look, he's
yeah.
playing better, man.
He
It's
is.
obvious.
He
It's
is.
obvious he's
He
playing
is.
better.
He is.
But
He
Jayla,
is.
you got a right to
playing.
feel that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
He's
I like
playing
the
better.
defense better.
Let our friend
Everybody
say
has a right to
something.
be upset with
Nah,
the
he ain't wrong
past
for what
couple
he's
of
saying.
seasons have gone, and we understand that it's season 4. We want you to fucking come out here and show everybody that you're worth the pick and all that. We get it because we're Giants fans too, and everybody wanted the next coming of Eli Manning because we got spoiled having an Eli Manning, right? So
Better
we
than
get
Eli.
it. We get the frustration and all that, but you got to give credit when credit is due too.
I
Is
am.
all we're saying.
He did a great job.
I think
He did
people
a great job today, and we're 2-0. The Giants are 2-0 with Daniel Jones as our starting quarterback, and that's all that matters.
It's like you can't have two good things. It's like you can't have a good defense and Daniel Jones still play well enough for us to win. Daniel Jones sucks, but the defense is great.
I didn't say he sucked. You're saying things that I did
No,
not.
I'm
say.
not talking about you.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking. That's why
This
I
is why
thought
we can't have nice
Nah,
things.
Pat had somebody with the checkmate in the chat earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, and I don't even be looking at the chat when we're talking. I'm talking to y'all. I don't
I'm
even
talking
be
about
looking
that
at
little shakedown chat.
Nah, he was talking about check down chat. He checkmate somebody.
You know what
And,
it is?
It is what it is.
Look, what it is that he sees this defense we got, right? And then he's just like, man, I want this quarterback to be up there with this defense.
Interceptions, yeah.
Or at least when they stop somebody, they
compliment
the goal line and they stop them, go down there and score a touchdown after your defense that got you that ball back.
Yeah. But you got to remember, like everybody says, this is game number 2. Now it's game 7, and he's still kind of looking shaky.
Then
we got a
Here's what
problem.
I worry about. My God. Oh, geez.
What's that, bud?
I'm almost
What's that,
out of
beef
the
jerky?
country.
He's got a beef jerky.
Is that
I thought
beef
that was
jerky?
mushrooms. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, beef jerky. Ugh.
Yeah. Boy fought me on
That's survival food right there.
Yeah, but that tastes horrible.
Hey, that's how you. That's
Some beef jerky is pretty good.
Nah, that's a fact. They got so many flavors now.
A lot of fighters eat beef jerky and like chew on rope and shit like that. So
probably get this teeth strong.
But I know
Well, how about this?
What
we gonna do against these cowgirls?
Gonna beat the shit out of
them. We're gonna whip some Cowboys' ass.
Hey, but look at this though. That defense is way better than both the defenses that we've played against.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So how is Daniel Jones gonna hold up when he has that defense on his ass?
Now you keep running the ball. Just run the ball.
Yeah, just keep running or double up Bellinger. So I mean, he got a touchdown with Bellinger today. Maybe they're gonna need a lot more dink and dunks, and they ain't gonna be able to just sit back there or roll out and run.
Like Daniel Jones played 2 bum defenses in the first 2 games. We played 2 very good defenses in the first 2 games.
That was probably going to be the better of all those defenses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not what
I think Trayvon Diggs is the person that will give us our first good receiver game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but the way that line's playing with Michael Parsons blitzing like that, man, that boy's in the backfield within the first 2 steps.
Ooh, you still there?
But they're undisciplined though. You got a good run game. You don't run all over them.
Thomas gonna crack Parsons in the head like Trent Williams did in the playoffs. Put him on the sideline.
We're gonna shock people this year in the ways that we win these games. They might not all be pretty. Get ready for that.
We shocked now.
Right? No, I'm not. I'm not. I've been screaming 11.
No, not with the wins and the losses, but just the way these games are happening.
Because I told everybody, if you go back and watch my videos, hold on, Bobby. I said this team is going to have to be carried by its defense, and we're going to have to be a run-predicated offense. The offense is going to run through Saquon Barkley for at least the first 6 weeks of the league.
Now, you know what's crazy about that, though, Lou? A lot of people say that. Like I said that, too. It's just we actually seeing it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. We're actually seeing it.
But I knew it from the get-go, and I was telling people this.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, and I understand everybody has their opinion. But again, this is a new, young offensive line, and they have to gel. Go ahead, Bobby, because you're acting like you got to pee your pants. Go ahead.
No,
I think he tried to get Big Blue's attention.
He's
hey,
waving
I
at
want to
somebody.
talk to Lou for a minute. Can we listen to Big Blue from the Bronx?
Can I
please?
finish my statement? This is my channel, sir.
Yes, Lou.
Okay, thank you.
Well, he didn't let you finish. He ran over your voice too.
My bad.
We're talking.
Okay, go first.
Go ahead, Alex.
No, I mean you were gonna finish your statement, so I'm
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I forgot it now.
Oh, all right.
No, I'm sorry, Lou.
It's all right.
I guess corresponding to y'all's debate, and I kind of want to add some notes in that I have as
Yeah.
well. I think Daniel Jones did enough so we didn't lose the game, but he didn't necessarily win the game for us. Like, if we put up more than 19 points and 1 touchdown, I would say yes. And listen, it's not, and I know this is year 4 and all that. I know it's not entirely his fault because, you know, there was a penalty by Feliciano. There was the pass interference on David Sills. You know, there was, I think, part of why our offense wasn't good today, and why it really wasn't efficient, was the play calling. Daniel Jones, sometimes, like, he didn't see Tony open in the field. He didn't see Bellinger that one time as well. I know a lot of people are making, you know, what if Sterling Shepard was open as well? The play calling wasn't great. Like, there was, I remember the Giants were going down the field. I think it was third or fourth quarter. Yeah, third or fourth quarter. I remember also y'all were talking about that red zone and how they were going cute. That's not the time to do it. When the offense is struggling, they need points. You can't be getting cute. You could get cute when you're scoring 28 points a game.
Right.
But it's going to be one of the lessons we're going to learn with Mike Kafka.
And
He's
even
gonna
then,
grow.
I don't want to see us getting too cute. Stick to what works.
You know
Yeah,
what's funny? To y'all point, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. But to your point, it seemed like during the game, Dabble took the play calling from Kafka.
You think so?
Nah.
You could kind of tell the way Kafka, like to his point, he was saying that the play calling and the scheming was kind of off. It was just some weird play calling. And then you could see towards the third, fourth quarter, you could see that kind of, it felt like Dabble started more having his say in it.
Maybe he told him, hey, stop doing this and stop doing that. Get back to
adjustments. Adjustments, I think that was.
Yeah, but what took so long though? It took long again. Like all of a sudden the fourth quarter came and now we can run the belly. Or we can run
bro, I mean if you the head coach and you got Kafka and you don't want to really chop nobody's toes off, you want to keep everybody, you know, comfortable. You know,
don't want to diminish their morale neither or crush their confidence, because you need these guys to still do their job for the remaining 16 weeks.
Yeah, but they were running similar plays in the first half, but wasn't getting the kind of push. I'm just talking about the offensive line. Like the push was different in that game-winning drive for the field goal than it was in the whole game.
Well, yeah, it's a game-winning drive. You better strap your nuts and go do it.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely
mean?
right. Yeah, absolutely right. I can't keep dealing with these slow starts though, man, because we got it in us.
Hey, did you just complain after 2-0? I can't keep dealing with these slow starts. We're 2-0, sir.
Yeah, but you know,
he's looking ahead. He's more looking at
Dallas
defense.
difference between not great field vision and no field vision. If he has no field vision, we don't score anything.
No, I'm just saying though, the first two possessions off the turnovers, the fumble on the kick return, and then the fumble on, not the punt, the turnover, the fumble. We had great field position and settled for those.
And Daniel Jones, that second one, drove it down the field. And
he absolutely did, and then they got cute. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's not on Jones.
I didn't say it was on Jones. I'm
No,
first of all, I'm talking about the offensive line.
No, he was talking about Kafka and Dable's play calling. He said,
yeah, I know, because when we first that first series when we was down there, they decided to do like a little end around. Like, what's the purpose of that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's trash.
Yeah, we should throw that away, because just give it to Saquon. Just give it to Saquon, man.
Yeah,
but then there was a lot of plays that Jones, he could have like old buddy was just saying, Jones missed some open receivers just for the fact that he could have just dumped it real quick. But I ain't mad at Jones because he's trying to get a 20-yard play or a 30-yard bomb. But sometimes, man, you just got to go ahead and just dump it off real quick. Get it to the receiver early so they could be in space.
Stu,
and I got a question for the panel.
Hold on 1 second, Big Dash. Stu, for right now, yes, he is a game manager. You don't got a number one receiver. Your offensive line can barely run block and hardly pass protect. And you got receivers who, for some reason, ain't being used or ain't given their best potential. So you add those factors in there, you need him to manage what he has out there and do the best with it. So in that sense, yes, he is a game manager right now. Now, if you get the remaining pieces needed, like a freaking wide receiver that actually runs his routes and gives all, not jogs into a cut like Kenny Galladay, and some freaking centers that can actually block and not hold or give up the big guy running up the middle, Feliciano. Then you have a different.
But Lou, you got to remember one thing, man.
Alex shaking
you
his
got
head.
half of look. You
No,
got
I'm in
half of New
agreement
York.
with you, Lou.
Look, you got half of New York wondering who the king of New York, Flacco or Jones? Because Flacco, 40, 50 years old, he put up some numbers.
What's the Jets' record, sir?
One and one.
So I got a question.
What's
Do
the
you guys
Jets'
think?
record? What's the Jets' record?
1-1.
1-1. So the king of New York right now is Daniel Jones, and the prince is
You gotta make a
Saquon Barkley.
miraculous comeback to get that one victory. The Browns are just stupid.
I thought there was a couple plays where Daniel Jones could have took off and he didn't. And you guys noticed that? Is he protecting his neck like that?
He's being coached to make his reads and only run when it's necessary or
No, I
when it's
understand
designed.
it. Well, like I said, we'll see it because I know you guys are going to do the all 22. The all 22 going to show you there was some lanes that he decided not to run.
Disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm thinking that he's being told to use that as a last minute resort or do it when it's designed.
Well, we're glad he took off to get that first down.
Right.
That's a
I
fact.
think they're trying
That's
to
a
train
fact.
him and break some of them bad habits that he was given or taught or whatever, and trying to break him of some of them bad habits and give him a better field of vision, better training on how to go through his progressions, make his reads, and make fast, decisive moves on the field. And
absolutely,
that was our biggest complaints about him as Giants fans last year. His pocket awareness was trash. He made bad decisions. He held the ball too long. So he's cleaning them things up. And yeah, there's still a little bit of growing pains because this is his 5th offense in 4 freaking seasons. And people forget that. 5 offenses in 4 seasons. He's got to remember the verbiage and then this and that and the play scheme. And, it's a lot. And the fact that he's getting wins should be praised, not looked down.
Right. Yeah, it's a process, and he's definitely showing progression. He's definitely showing some type of improvement. He's showing.
Oh, he's definitely improving. That's for sure. He's light years ahead of where he was last year, just in decision making alone. That's not an argument at all.
Right. It's like the whole team had to get deprogrammed. Whoever was on the team the past couple of years, y'all had to get deprogrammed from horrible coaching.
They had to take the red pill and get pulled out the matrix.
Right.
Hey, y'all. I don't mean to interrupt, but Aaron Rodgers just threw a touchdown pass to Alan Lazard, and he was on my fantasy team. That really my money league. So I'm about to blow up my whole goddamn team. But
he said he want to see Jones throw that deep ball again.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it. Jones got the talent. He definitely got the talent.
Do you want to see him throw the deep ball, or do you want to see wins?
I want to see wins.
I want to see both.
Nah, I want to see some wins.
That's the problem. Everybody want everything.
Tell Jones
maybe we don't have the squad to throw those deep balls.
Be greedy a little bit.
You see the deep balls when we play games against teams who their secondary is their weakness. Right. You will see the run game when we play teams whose run defense is their weakness. This Wink Martindale is no fool. He's going to have these guys playing based on what the offense does weak, and Dable and them are going to have the offense running these guys playing based on what.
Maybe I'm too damn old school or something, because I don't give a damn about a damn deep ball. I can win 19-16 every damn week. I don't want to give a shit.
Well,
the team comes together and plays and wins, I don't give a shit.
My challenge is
deep ball this, deep ball that, man. Deep balls down them people's throat. Fuck
pause.
That. If we can
Pause.
If
sir.
we don't have the receiving core and they're able to open up this offense to where we can be powerful like that, then we got to do what we got to do as a team to get the ball down the field and score any type of points that we can. Because
Let me
we
catch
put
up
points
with
on the board.
Mr.
We
Deep
put
Ball.
points on the
Go ahead,
board. Our defense is good enough to where we can hold teams.
Exactly.
Pause.
4 yards a play and get you a touchdown every day.
Facts. Hey, bookend tackle says, hey, the defense gave up a touchdown. We went down 13-6. They put the ball in DJ's hands, had him throw the ball around to drive us down the field for a touchdown to tie it up. That's a fact, bookend. Miz says, Ronnie, how are you? Stu DeMeglio says, Parsons is a beast. Yeah, but he's not on our team, so screw him. Yo, we 2-0.
I mean, they got the
I'm
recipe.
in heaven.
They definitely got the recipe down. It is. It's through Saquon Barkley.
Ronnie Rivers pooped on my voice at the game yelling. Oh, okay. Especially we got the ball and didn't give it back to end the game. Right. Last season,
That's the one.
He would have thrown a pick. He would have
Eagles
fumbled.
game
He
last
would have
season,
took
we
a
did that,
costly
yep.
sack, and they would have got the ball back with time to come down and kill us. So that's what I mean by much more better decision making and better management and knowing what the situation called for there. Up by 3, 2 minutes remaining. You can't take the sack. You can't throw it away and stop the clock. You got to make the smart decision, tuck it, run, slide, get the first down, keep the clock moving, and give your team the best opportunity to keep the ball and run the clock down.
Man, to your point, Lou,
victory formation.
I think our time of possession was like almost 35 minutes or something.
That's good. It should hold the ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're winning that time possession.
That's another thing we didn't do last year.
Hell no.
Out.
Punt. Turnover. Turnover.
We was the New York punters.
That's a fact. The defense getting the chance to rest. That's what's up.
But people, it's our fucking B team out there. We got B team receivers. We got B team D line. Man, we almost got B team corners. Come on, man. We winning with some B teams out there. We got B team O line.
Difference is coaching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
We had the ball for the time of possession was 35 minutes 57 seconds. So 36
that's what
minutes.
I thought, 35
That's
minutes.
what's up. That's what's up.
And I do want to add something.
And we doing all this. Look,
go ahead.
We doing this with 2 rookie O-linemen. 2 rookie O-linemen.
Yeah.
And one vet center that is well overdue to stop playing football.
Well, hold on. Alex wanted to go. Let Alex go real quick.
I do want to add something because I was having a discussion. Well, it's actually part of 2 things. I was having a discussion earlier in my fantasy group chat, and I was actually discussing the whole Patrick Graham, Wink Martindale type of comparison. And, Kyler, from what I know, because I didn't get the Raiders-Cardinals game here, Kyler had some sort of a day against the Raiders. And I asked, my friend, because he kind of wanted Judge to stay last year, and he was, a mixture of those feelings. And I kind of got the vibe a little bit. I'm like, well, he's probably going to defend Patrick Graham. I'm like, listen, I know Dash came on my channel, and he said the same exact words that I agree with him. Last year, even though it's last year, I know that's not really a good point to bring up, but last year we were playing this soft zone, bend but don't break crap.
Right.
We have less of a defensive line, other than Leo and Dex, who were here last year. We have a less experienced cornerback room, but we got more pressure this year because we were aggressive than last year when we were conservative. So I just happen to think that Wink's doing a better job than, with his guys at least,
way better
than Patrick Graham.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, I don't even know why that's a question.
Right. That is a fact.
Way better. We're doing way better than what we did last year. I just think the feeling of this team is better, and we're going to start getting some things bounce our way, like the first week of the season when that kicker missed that field goal. So that's really the difference between really good teams and bad teams sometimes is a couple of things bounce your way here and there. A couple of teams fumble when they're trying to go in and score, and they fumble.
Right.
Yeah,
Something like that.
What's up, Coach? Coach says good evening, everyone.
What's going on, Coach?
What up?
What's up,
Hello,
Jay?
Coach. How you doing?
And
But
I
what-
think
Coach,
another thing as well, and also this happened in the same group chat, is these two guys that I know are Giants fans were going at it. One guy's, for Daniel Jones, and the other guy's like a Daniel Jones pessimist. And the one guy who's like, he likes Daniel Jones, he actually doesn't like Kyler Murray. And, the other guy who's the Jones pessimist is like, well, Kyler Murray's receivers aren't good. And I'm thinking to myself, and I put in chat, to be
Hopkins
fair,
is number one.
our wide receivers are actually our wide receivers have more potential than the wide receivers that the Cardinals have. Like Zach Ertz is better than what we have. Some of the other guys on that team, Marquise Brown, I think they're better what we have at this moment.
AJ
And
Green.
there's definitely something to know with all these wide receivers in the low production. Like, why is James getting the ball more, or wide receivers not getting open? I think it's a
They sure
serious
do fight.
worry that's kind of being swept under the rug.
Yeah,
You
we
wanna know
do
why-
have
you
talent
wanna know
at skill
why people
positions.
like Richie James are getting the ball more? Now that I continue to hear it, maybe Kadarius Toney doesn't know the playbook the way he's supposed to.
Nah, he don't.
You got Can't Get Right, who's basically been reported to quitting on the team, basically.
They
You
told him
got Shep
Seals was
still
gonna
healing
start.
from an Achilles injury. You got David Seals, who this is his first season action in the regular season. You got Daniel Bellinger, who's a rookie. Wandale Robinson got hurt, and even when he comes back, he's a rookie. We don't have a number one, a number two, maybe not even a number three receiver on this team.
What have you heard about that, Alex? Have you heard anything in regards to that?
Well, I know Julian Love kind of came out and defended Galladay, and he's like, yeah, well, when the media came, I also left with my stuff and left the locker room as well as other teammates did. So that's I take it how you will, but to be honest with you, my feelings really don't change in terms of that.
Yeah, KG, they told him that Seals gonna get the start. So that's why this game he was only in the game a couple reps.
Yeah, and he didn't even get a target, so that kind of tells you something there.
Yeah, because they told him in the beginning of the game that Seals was gonna be their main guy.
I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting how this progresses, and
He did it to himself.
Yeah,
if you look at the film from last game, he did it to himself. Look at the film from last game.
He puts
It's
no
a lot
energy.
of plays where he lacking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of plays where
he's not even
he lazy. It's
not
a lot
even
of plays
showing
where
up.
where
not
he
running his
ain't
routes, not putting the effort, not
he
giving
ain't
a
showing
damn.
initiative.
Right.
He ain't got no initiative.
But let me read this real quick. Chris Ram, thank you for being here, brother. Please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. Cost you nothing but a few seconds. He says there are some fans upset that we didn't win 30-28 or 32-16. A win is a win. Happy for a 2-0 start. We're going 11-6. Let's go, Giants. Thank you very much. The plan was to get rid of all the previous regime players and is heading that way.
It definitely is.
I say next season is going to be the real start of the show, Shane and Dave.
The Joe show.
Yeah, the Joe show.
Hey, the Joe show been beautiful, man. I ain't gonna lie. He put together the coach, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, the scouting team, the way they scouted, the way we got. If you look at the players on defense, right, and you look at the tackle breakdown and all that, you're gonna see a lot of players that were nobodies. They people we picked up undrafted. You know what I'm saying? And you looking like, damn, we getting production from people that wasn't even supposed to make the roster.
Yeah, I mean, just to point out with all the roster evaluation stuff like that, Dane Belton, I mean, he looked good today. Fumble recovery.
He's a gem.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it just made it easier with him on the field because, maybe if we had him last week and we had the 3 safety set when it came to passing, maybe Dontrell Hilliard does not beat Tay Crowder. I picked up like the linebackers were put in less skimpy positions, like only one linebacker, at least in my eyes. Maybe there were others, but Kalicho gave up a catch to that tight end Stephen Sullivan. Like, that was the only catch I saw a linebacker give up. so they weren't put in that situation too much. And earlier today, actually, a few moments after the game, I followed Dane Belton's dad, and he followed me back, and I DM'd him. I said, "Look, your son had a hell of a performance today for his first game. Congrats." He said, "Thank you." So,
yeah, Belton with Belton, McKinney, Love, and Holmes, they should play at least 65% of the snaps.
agreed.
Yeah, I
Love
think
going
Dane
after
Belton's
the
gonna
quarterback.
be. I think he's gonna be a gem going forward with this defense. He's gonna allow this defense to be
A
even
gem.
better. Because if he can get out there and cover those tight ends and linebackers like he did today, that's gonna help us tremendously.
Pat, what about we talking about Belton being the gem? What about the gem of Wandale when Wandale comes back and he becomes
We gotta see.
the
We
threat?
gotta see it.
Yeah,
Man,
We gotta
true.
see it.
I know it's gonna be. As soon as he get healthy, they ain't gonna rush him back. But when they get him back, our offense
I
gonna look
believe
different.
he was playing for the future though. I believe
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna be
we're not trying to risk it. We ain't trying to risk our future players.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean-
Robinson. Because remember in preseason and camp and all that, Robinson was getting a lot of targets and catches, and he was actually producing with those catches. He was getting 8+ yards, 12+ yards.
Now maybe him and Richie James can open up this offense a little
Open
bit. Maybe
it
it's two
up.
receivers he can trust.
Open
Thank
it
everybody
up.
for being here this evening. Shout out to the 25 in the chat.
And then you saying that Robinson coming back, opening it up, right? Shep, Robinson, James, they open up the offense. Maybe it's meant for Tony only to be a 12-play player. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's only a 12-play player, and we actually give him about 2-3 targets, and that's it. Maybe that's how the scheme is, and that's why we ain't seeing him out there.
Like I said, they're doing receiver by committee. There's no one game where the receivers are 1-2. It's like, man, if you could do something, we're gonna put you in there. We feel you can do something against this team, we're gonna put you in there. We have no number one receiver on this team, and I promise you, all these receivers are gone by next year if this don't change.
Oh yeah, they got
Let's just be honest, truth. And then yeah, we do get Beavers back next year, so this defense might be even scarier next year.
Man,
Can't wait.
would have been healthy.
Because Beavers was having a damn good camp too in preseason.
Oh,
and he was going to start.
We would have dominated these 2 games if Beavers was out there.
Yeah, because I mean, we already did good in the run stop. We already did good in containing the run.
Beavers is actually pretty good in pass coverage.
Yeah, he's sideline to sideline.
I think that's something they would be willing to do, Gibran. He would have to take a pay cut on that contract if he's the one that wants out. They would have to work something out to where they don't take the cap hit if he wants out. In order to release him, you have to negotiate.
I would love that.
Man, let's keep
Might as well because he doesn't do anything, so it allows somebody else to come in.
Right.
Maybe that receiver we got on the practice squad that we got from Tennessee can come in and do something.
You ain't happy here. We ain't happy with what we got to pay you. Let's come to some common ground and you can get the fuck up out of here. Pause.
Man,
Put his ass on IR, get an injury settlement for his ass.
Man, let's wait a game or two, man. KG's a big body. I know he could give us production down the line.
How do you get Slayton out of the doghouse? That's
He's
the
a
question.
big body taking a big. Listen,
Why is Slayton in the
hold on a
doghouse?
second.
But I
Damn
don't
it.
understand why Slayton's in the doghouse.
Yeah.
He is a
That's what I'm
big
saying.
body. Hold on, damn it. He is a big body taking up a big roster spot.
Yeah, I feel
His
that, man.
ass ain't producing.
It's a big
He got to
season.
go.
It's a long season.
Yeah, and we've
Long
already
season.
proven that we 2-0 without him.
Yeah. But I really think he's a good player. It just ain't his time right now. It just ain't his time. It's a 17-game season. We got
It's not his time with the
That
Giants,
much money. You paying that much money to a receiver who's
Bro.
not his time.
Bro, the way that we got it right now, we don't have no other option. We got receivers dropping like flies. We got Tony don't even know the playbook. We got Shep. Hopefully he stay healthy.
Wait. Ain't you one of the guys that say you want to see more from Daniel Jones, but you on here saying let's wait and see with Kenny Galladay?
No, this is what I'm saying.
Kenny Galladay gonna cost Daniel Jones his job.
It's strictly from scheme. It's strictly from, like you just said, each game is going to be off of matchups, off of scheme. That's purely who we are. We're gonna be defense, run the game, run the ball, and we're gonna match up. Just like you just said, Pat.
I'm gonna say this, Tommy, before I go take a little break real quick. This season goes as Brian Daboll goes. I keep telling everybody that there's no one part of this team that's just way better than the other part. Yes, the defense probably is the best part, but you need every part of this team to do their job in order for us to get a win.
Absolutely.
I can see that now.
Yeah, 100%.
And so he's doing one hell of a coaching job to keep his B team, because you're right, we have B team players in there. We're missing both our ends. We're missing our cornerback. We just got one of our safeties back. We have all our receivers are B, C, and D, to be honest with you.
C and D like a mother.
We got 3 rookies starting along the offensive line at times. We got a center that's probably washed. We got a right guard at Glowinski who's not living up to his contract his first couple of games.
Disappointment.
And we got a quarterback that we feel that needs to do a whole lot more. And Saquon Barkley,
jiu-jitsu.
basically got to do jiu-jitsu to get away from these damn defensive tackles.
Right.
So if these teams come up here and they stack the box against the run and make Saquon Barkley get 21 carries for 70 yards, we're going to have to win ugly. All this crap about I don't want to see bombs and all that shit, we don't have the receiving core to do that shit. We don't.
Or the blocking.
No, I don't. For the record, I don't want to see. I don't give a fuck about him throwing bombs. I'd much rather see Saquon be running in the defense, be stout, and
that's the way we're gonna put up points. If you're stupid enough to let Saquon Barkley go off and get 2 touchdowns and 150 yards, that's your dumb ass. That's how we're gonna put up 31 points.
Daniel Jones.
If you don't let Barkley go off, we're gonna struggle to put up 20 to 24 points. We are, but our defense got our back. And we got one hell of a coaching staff.
Daniel Jones need to get the ball out of his hands quick. A lot of slants and drags and shit like that. Maybe, do a play action. You might have a post or something over the top or a go. But for the most part, man, we need to lull them in with that run game and then go over the top of the play action like we've been doing the last, last game especially.
I don't know why.
And to quote the famous coach, Denny Green, may he rest in peace, the Bears are what we thought they were.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is
they had their hopes up after that week win last week one.
And what about the other
they didn't
coach?
play Jimmy G.
What about the other coach? Playoffs? What are you talking about? Playoffs?
Jim Moore.
They put that 12
Jim Moore.
When they load up that box, we got to get a 12 personnel, a heavy tight end set. We just do. We got to get in a heavy tight end set to run that ball.
Because of Kenny Galladay, can't win with him. Can't coach with him. Can't play with him.
Maybe that's the truth. Maybe that's the truth. Lou, maybe you was right the whole time. I was one of the ones to say let's give him time, but it's been 2 games and he's played less and less snaps. And then if he did clear out his locker and leave on some bad terms, that's his ass. And hopefully they can find a way to get rid of him. Because we got to move forward.
Dable and Shane did not draft him.
No, they didn't.
No ties to him. They wanted Colin Johnson, I guarantee it.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
they did.
Well,
I believe Colin Johnson would have helped out this team a lot.
A whole lot.
He was hungry.
With all that y'all talking, I feel you. But I'm going to need a return on my investment. So, KG, you better get out there.
That investment is too good.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, Tommy. You willing to risk your team? You willing to risk your team just because
I'm
fucking
with
Kenny
you.
Galladay?
KG need to be sidelined until he get it right. He need to figure it out. Whatever go on.
That's why his name is Can't Get Right, because he can't get it right.
Hey,
we gonna miss you. Can't get right.
He get that TO treatment.
But at the end of the day, that is a big investment we made, brother. And that's money that we ain't getting back, no return. So we gotta, man, something gotta happen.
That's what who is we? That's how Joe Shane looking at it.
That ain't get we invest. Practice. Any defensive players listening to this stream.
You know what I think personally? Now, this happened last year with the offensive production, and it just wasn't very good, of course. And that was due to incompetency because, all of our coaches were bums. It's more of an understatement. But anyway, I personally think that all this wide receiver stuff, in terms of, when Dable said, well, that's our wide receiver packages. Sometimes some guys will get reps, sometimes they won't. I want to say that's analytical based. That's not just choosing. That's analytical based. My personal opinion. Because that's what they're adding to, this whole new vibe of Giant stuff. It's not the old crap. It's the new stuff of these certain guys involved versus
analytics.
Yeah.
Why can't they just play like 1986 like they did? Run Joe Morris.
1986.
Because the NFL ain't built like that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. We had a great defense and the running game.
Right,
Yeah,
but
you can
here's
still have that. But go ahead, Alex.
But I think Dash and Tommy were saying it, or maybe even Jay was saying it too. Like, I don't know that what we did this week is actually going to cut it for next week against Dallas because they got, great defense.
No,
Their offense
it's
may
gonna
put
be
up
a
points
different
against.
scheme, different plan, different.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think we're going to need definitely more than 19 points to win. Listen,
Oh,
if we win, I'll be ecstatic. 3-0, right?
We got to win.
The Giants haven't even gone.
With Aziz and Thibodeau back in the game, shit.
Are they coming back though? That's the question.
Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be
But
back.
look, Lou, even if you do bring them back, you ain't even got to put them in the whole game. Just put them in third down.
Do I need to break out my crystal ball?
I'll put them in just
6
third
sacks
down.
against Cooper Rush next week.
Yeah.
Aziz and Thibodeau come back. The defense swarms. Leo gets 2 sacks.
Leo's hurt.
Dominant defensive performance. Giants put up about 28 points. Easy win.
I like to see that. Yeah.
Well, my prediction would be a motherfucking 17-14. It's going to be tight.
And a defense turnover, too.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be field goal.
28-13 Giants.
Ooh. I like it, man. I like it. If I'm playing Madden against anybody, I say, yeah, I got it. Yeah. If it's real life, man.
You still doubt the 11-6? You still doubt the
28, Lou? How we gonna get to 28, Lou?
Are you still doubting the 11-6, sir?
I ain't doubting nothing. I'm just asking how we getting the 28 points against the Cowgirls. See, I say we get at least 17.
Gotta get, in my opinion, you gotta get at least 20.
We're playing at home, right, guys?
Yeah, it's home.
Yeah.
Oh, good. And then Thanksgiving, we'll whip their butts, too.
That's 28. He said we putting 28 up. That means we must have a interception, a pick six.
Yeah.
We must got a pick six.
I say a pick 6. Saquon runs for 2 and Shep catches 1. That's 4 touchdowns.
I agree with Lou there. And Daniel Jones runs it for 1 touchdown, too.
Or Shep catches 1, Saquon catches 1, and Saquon runs 1 in. However you want to look at it.
And Jones
you know how we've been saying that maybe they aren't bringing out all the bread and butter plays. Maybe they're not bringing out the whole scheme,
Maybe
right?
they could be waiting until the first division game.
You know what I was saying? Right now, Bellinger, did you see how open that boy was?
Yeah.
And my thing is, they playing with these teams because they thinking we're not even going to use Bellinger like that right now because we don't have to. And I think that's what they really doing, man. I don't think they trying to do the best they can. I think they really trying to just go under the radar, possum, and then bring it out against the Dallas game. Bring it out against tougher division.
Don't forget the smelly
I think it's more about the chemistry of the offensive line. They're trying to build that chemistry. Then they can open everything up once they get the line playing together.
Right. Because they are putting a different plays. They're using different formations. I think, like you said earlier, Dash, they need to throw away that end round shit. They need to throw that shit away.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of the musical chairs at left guard.
Yeah, it's getting repetitive and it's getting old. Like that was the thing of Judge and all that stuff. Like they need to
make plays don't work.
It's either
decision on left guard.
Yeah, it's either
but they don't have a definitive guard that they can depend on, so they have to keep trying to rotate these guys to keep them fresh. so that they won't at least wear down because they suck. So, until they can get a guy to fill that spot, it's kind of hard to not rotate him.
Right, but in my opinion, at least the way I see things, it just ruins the flow a little bit because you're either super predictable or the plan's just not working. And I understand it's a whole process of development, but if you put in a Zudu, maybe for some plays, maybe the Cowboys are gonna assume that you'll run it more. Maybe
Right?
if you put Bredesen in, they'll
I
assume
got you.
you'll pass more
I
because
got
he's
you.
better in
Don't be
pass
Yeah,
protection,
but
predictable.
then
even
you
though they're
then you never find your starter though, Lou.
exactly. That's the thing. You don't know. Like, you could either put Bredesen out there and leave Azudu to rest, and then get Shane Lemieux back, and then be put in a conundrum, or you
Yeah,
could
but
put
you
it.
got to go through the bumps and bruises so they can build that chemistry.
That's the thing with Azudu too. But Bredesen is not really a part of the future. He's more the kind of placeholder thing. Zudu, he's got struggles. I mean, he played better than last week, which last week was
So you're
terrible.
saying just leave a Zudu in there and let him go through the fire.
Honestly,
Oh no.
that might have to be the case. As I said, I don't know. It depends what they're building and planning for.
But you know what's the funny thing? The funny thing is we're getting away with doing preseason shit. Right now, we're playing like some preseason shit, like switching out the guard,
And still
motherfucking doing end round trick plays and
pulling
shit.
out a
It's
dub.
it's like we playing preseason shit, and we pulling out wins, doing this whole preseason. Let me try this, let me try that, let me see how this works, let me see how that works. We doing this during actual season game, bro. Like, that's crazy that we're getting away with the shit.
Bookend Tackle says, remember, we're only 2 weeks into a new scheme. Give it a minute before we judge y'all.
Yeah,
Coach,
we
Coach
trying.
says, Mr. Kane, get right. Let the doorknob hit you in the hind parts on your way out.
On the way out.
What's good, Coach?
Oh, score predictions against the Cowboys. Limmer says 24-19. Ronnie says 24-17 Giants. I smell 2 pick-sixes versus the Cowgirls.
Yeah,
I agree. Coaches are also learning this team first few weeks on tape.
that's true.
It is
I
true.
wouldn't even put Thib and Aziz out there the whole game. I probably only put them in third downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation, but here's what
Is
I
you
don't
breaking up?
get. And who?
Hello? What'd you say?
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, one thing I don't understand, and obviously you guys were talking about the whole Kadarius Toney thing in terms of the playbook, is I think he could run a whip route maybe on the inside the 5 yard line, and that goes in for a touchdown. He can run slants. We saw that last year. So, as I said, I understand the analytic matchup thing, but
Yeah.
we're gonna need it next week. I mean, as I said, listen, I would love a win if we do it 19-16 or 20-19. Listen, a win's a win, but at the same time, if that plan doesn't work, you need a passing game of some sort, and like
Yeah, to me,
170 yards ain't gonna do it.
It seems like they don't want to open it up.
They don't. They're saving it for when Robinson get healthy.
Maybe.
Or
But
when
the thing about it
offensive
is,
line clicks.
you're not going to be able to win like that consistently, throwing short, little quick passes like that. At some point, you're going to have to take a shot down the field. I was begging these dudes to take a shot down the field, man.
He
Like
missed
today,
Shep on the deep ball.
I was like, yeah. There was a couple other receivers. I think maybe Sills was open on the seam route.
Bellinger was
one
open
play.
too.
And they just won't throw it. I don't know what it is.
You
I
missed
don't know if
Tony.
it's I don't know if it's Jones. I don't know if it's the coach just telling him, hey, look, just take the short stuff. Just take the short stuff. Keep us in the game. Don't screw it up. Because we've seen Daniel Jones throw the ball deep. Pause. But he can do it. So why are they taking these little short dump off, these little quick passes and getting 4 or 5 yards instead of opening up? That's why Saquon was having trouble running, because he was running in loaded boxes all game long. So why aren't they opening up the playbook? Is it because they don't trust the receivers? Is it because they don't trust Jones? Or are they waiting for, like you said, Robinson to get back? I don't know what it is, but this offense, while I mean they do score, partly because the coaching, like you said, is better and they're better in the red zone. But this offense is stagnant right now, and they need to open things up, man. And I'm looking forward to them improving upon these wins and actually starting to trust the players that they have out there on the field. For some reason, it seems like they don't trust them.
It's coming.
Slayton's on the bench. Galladay can't get on the field. Tony is invisible. Sills is a practice squad player, and he's proven that. Same thing Pat said. Hulk Hogan, preseason Hulk Hogan. So who do you have? Are you really counting on Wan'Dale Robinson to have that big of a role in your offense? Well, you can't.
Yeah, definitely. Preseason, that's what they worked.
That's a lot, man, for a rookie.
But that's how they did it through the preseason.
There's something else going on, and what I think it is, they don't have the receivers that they want. That's why these guys ain't playing, man. They don't like them. I'm not saying they don't like them as people. They just don't like their skill set. It doesn't fit what they're trying to do. You have two big, tall, slow receivers in Sills and Galladay. Tony apparently doesn't know the playbook. Slayton, I guess they don't want him on the field for some reason. I don't know why.
Sills is only here because Colin Johnson got hurt, and Kadarius Toney is having whatever issues he's having. That's the only reason Sills is here. If Kadarius Toney wasn't a first-round draft pick, and Mara and Tish didn't have so much invested in him because he was such a high pick, he would be gone.
I agree with that, Lou. I think they're giving him a chance only because he's a high draft pick.
Yeah, he got guaranteed 13 mil. 13 mil a year guaranteed as a first-round draft pick.
But I don't think this coaching staff likes him. I don't think they like him, and they're proving it because they're not playing him. And when he does play, he does what? Gets these little trick plays, nothing really significant.
Maybe they just keeping the league from having film on him until
I disagree because the league got film on him from last year. He played last year. These guys ain't rookies. They played last year. They got film on Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney has a year under his belt. He should.
Nah. Tony got more talent than any receiver probably in the league. Now,
I agree, talent-wise.
The problem that he's having,
mental.
He just had a hamstring issue, so that's why I think they didn't play him much. But the KG problem, KG overpaid. He ain't showing up. Like you said, he a big receiver. They want that quick, shifty receiver, quick slant.
Now, I will say this. Like I said yesterday, I remember when Victor Cruz, who was an undrafted wide receiver from Paterson, New Jersey, got signed to the New York Giants. His whole first year, he didn't get to play because of a hamstring.
Yeah,
he had a lingering hamstring that kept him off the field. But that next season in 2011, when he hit the field, that shit was electric. Him and Akeem Nicks.
No, I thought he tore up his knee his first year. I thought he tore his ACL his first year.
2010, he came in. He had a bad hamstring that kept hampering him all season. 2011, he made the team again, and that's when he shocked everybody.
Yeah, but I don't think that's
doing La Salsa in the end zone.
I don't think that's the case with Tony. I just don't.
Tony is not nowhere near what Victor
Cruz
was.
He's not Victor Cruz. No,
Victor Cruz was a legitimate receiver. I just think we have an ultimate weapon in Kadarius Toney, but his receiving skills are limited, or it's just, I don't know. There's something just there. It's like one of those situations where it's just something just there. Maybe he just needs a breath of fresh air from us.
Yeah, even today, he had the big play that was called back. You can see the electricity when he gets his hands on the ball, man. Yeah. And that's the frustrating part, though, because we don't get enough of it.
Okay, guys, I'm heading now. I gotta go sleep.
All right, Bobby.
All right, hey, Big Blue from the Bronx. It was nice seeing you. I haven't seen you in a long time, my pal.
See you, Bobby.
Have a good night, Bobby.
Everybody here is awesome.
See you later, Bobby.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You're awesome, Bobby.
I try to be. Don't tell my ex-wife that, please.
Yeah, we do.
Peace, Bobby, man. Peace, man. Have a good night.
Hey, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here too, man. I'm tired as hell.
All right, Jay.
I done been going since
All
kickoff.
right, Jay.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Salute,
Easy, brother.
Yeah, but I think it's more there with Tony. It's something behind the scenes that they're not telling us, because there's no way, like you said, this guy has this much talent, but he's not on the field. You could say he's not healthy, but why play him at all?
Right.
Why play him a couple snaps if he's not healthy? So it's something there.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before I went to get some iced tea. Last year, he has the ability to run a whip route. It's not like he's, I mean, maybe there's stuff in his route running that needs to be fixed, but he can run a whip route. He can beat some corners. He had a hell of a day against Trayvon Diggs. I need to see that on Monday. Who else is doing that for us? Sterling Shepard, sure. Darius Slayton hasn't had enough time in this offense to do anything like that. Richie James, I mean, he's been nice, but I mean, Kadarius Toney is the most talented, and I know a lot of people are saying, "Well, the playbook this, the playbook that." I mean, I just don't he can do this, even if he doesn't know the playbook. He can just do the simple stuff, and that gets you good plays.
Right,
He
Alex.
had
Tell him to go out there and run a go route or something, or
Well,
a slant. Any receiver can do that.
But Tony was open though a couple times. He was open, and Jones just didn't get it to him. There was a couple of receivers that were open on the
go
under.
back and look at the film on that.
There was a couple times that there was receivers, like if Jones wasn't focused on whoever he was looking at first, then he would have hit those under routes, got it to the receiver quick, let them create.
Tony, I remember that.
But it was a couple times like that.
2nd and 8.
But I'm not saying that it's the worst thing Jones has done, because Jones is getting a lot better.
Right.
He's getting a lot better. He's getting so much better. But just imagine when Jones starts hitting that, man, we're going to be killing it. We're going to be killing it.
Right. And in truth and fairness, it does take time. And when I was at work, because I was actually watching like the first half of the game at work, and my brother was on Twitter at the time, and even though he's a Jets fan, he goes on Giants Twitter because he follows a lot of accounts and stuff. And he almost threw that interception to Frankie Louvu, and then the Giants didn't even do anything anyway. They ran out the half, and then my brother's like, "Well, they already calling for Tyrod." I'm like, "Well, to be fair, what is Tyrod doing in this offense that was different?
Right.
Nothing's gonna
Tyrod
happen.
isn't going to get us past the 50.
Nah,
like
you right. You know what I'm saying? And you right. And I don't know who follows me on Twitter. I think most of you guys do, but I was at the game, and the fans in the stands were like, "Put Tyrod in." I'm looking like,
man, Tyrod's not even going to get us past
like,
the 50.
nah, man. Look, Pat know this, Lou know this. I'm not a Daniel Jones supporter.
Mm-hmm.
I try to be in the middle, but I'm probably more on the negative side with the quarterback. But at this point, there's no other option. There's no other option for you. Just play the guy and just see what he can do.
It's like he had so many things he had to change. It was so many things he had to change. And he's slowly doing them. And he's slowly getting better. And then he's winning these games. So it's like we're on the right path. Even though he missed some plays, even though he got sacked, even though he did this, that, and the third. But he's making big plays when it's needed. He's driving the ball down the field with
biggest play
points.
Daniel Jones made today was icing the game. Third down, running the ball, getting that first down. Because what they knocked on him that he just slides before the first down. He did that a couple times in the game.
Fix that
today, but he changed it when it counted. So you do see growth. The problem with Daniel Jones is, I think he can grow in this offense, but Daniel Jones has ran out of time.
That's it right there. Time is not on his side.
He's growing.
Opportunity to do that.
But he's growing though. So it's
but
like
he's not going to get the opportunity to grow.
I think he could have a Joe Flacco type season. You remember when Flacco was trying to get that contract, remember? And then they ended up going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think Jones could.
Super Bowl, yeah, I'm with you.
Because he has that type of defense. He has that type of defense. He has that type of running game.
I know we 2-0, but are we talking Super Bowl? Let's
ask the panel. It's a long season.
We talking 11-6 for motherfucking sure.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Long season.
NFC East championships, perhaps NFC championships.
I think we really have.
Right now we 2-0.
We have talent that could elevate their play throughout the season. and we could get there when the playoffs get there. You know, we can see what it's about.
It's 1 week at a time.
Yeah, it's one game at a time, and I think we have talent that develops play by play because you could even watch the games. You can see how this player is cleaning up this player is cleaning up that. Like last game, remember our linebackers, they were in no man's land. This game, it wasn't that problem. So it was like, it's just, you could see the difference. And then after like halftime, remember after halftime, before halftime, it was an ugly mess. And in third quarter, we were still scratching our head a little bit. And then it started gelling and grooving. And then we seen that no matter how much down we are or how bad it gets, Jones ain't giving up. Our team ain't giving up. Because our teams of the past would have been gave up.
Now that's a fact. To me, I think, and I'm guilty of it too. A lot of people play armchair GM, and you look at the future and you're like, okay, if Daniel Jones, you know what the quarterback market looks like if you're trying to re-sign him, but so your expectations, of a quarterback that's going to make $30 million is different. But like I said, if it continues to look like this and we're winning games, like how does that fit, dude? Do you give him a contract because drafting a quarterback is not guaranteed, or what kind of market does he fall into? Do you give him a Trubisky type deal?
Before anybody answers, let me read this super chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Tudo, for your $5 super chat. He says, massive salute to Don Luigi and G Nation Bliss Squad.
Yep.
Drop by to pay our proper respects and slap all stinky boys losers out the door. Forget about it. Hey, thank you very much, Tudo. How'd the game go today? Ronnie.
Yeah, shout out to Tudo.
Wink with the Martindale call defense. Come on. I think we can go all the way. Why not? Okay.
Loving the positivity, but Dash brought up a good point, and I kind of wanted to address it a little bit with the Tyrod Taylor.
I knew you did. That's why I said before anybody answers.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
First of all, Tyrod, the most touchdowns he's thrown in this season, I believe, is 22. So how much is that ceiling right now? How many years into his career? That's A. B, unless Daniel Jones is Nathan Peterman, he is not going to be pulled out of this offense. And C, well, we've seen, and I know everybody was high on this Richardson kid, and I'm not trying to, crap on him too much, but he's looked bad.
Yeah,
so
I'm disappointed, Pat. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I mean, Tyler Van Dyke, I think he was 21 for 41 in his last game. There's a lot of QBs that are struggling, and it doesn't look as good. So your question is, you're Joe Shane, you're coming into this next year, you're like, okay, well, I got Daniel Jones, who right now is playing average game manager, or I could draft a QB, bet on his potential, but I would have to wait a year. Then that's not really NFL style anymore. Like they did that, in the Aaron Rodgers, Alex Smith era. That's not the NFL anymore. You'd have Tyrod Taylor starting for you week 1, 2023. How many people would really want that as just the stopgap? You want your quarterback, your rookie, starting right away. So is the gamble even worth it?
Well, the quarterbacks that are playing right now, I would say Will Levis is your best bet. Playing right now. Him and CJ Stroud.
I like what Jones is doing, man. I like what he's showing us. Of course, he can do a lot better because he's been with us for a while. But man, the improvement that he's been making, it looks like by game 6.
Hold me down for a second, Pat.
It looked like he's gonna be a whole different player by game 6, by game 7.
You got me, Pat?
Mm-hmm. Who's that you said is going to look like a totally different player?
Jones. The way he's getting better, the way that he's showing improvement. I feel that, by game 6, 7, we're going to see that 2-3 touchdowns. We're going to see that 300. We're going to see, that type of offense.
I say by game 6 or 7. You might see something, but shoot, the schedule gets a little bit harder after week 4. After the Bears, you play the Packers, then you play the Ravens, and then I think you play the Lions right after that. And the Lions don't look like a pushover at all right now. So
they're scoring points.
They are.
No, and you see Wentz, he got out of like 6 receivers, he got like 5 of them for show. That he's giving them 5 or more targets, 5, 6 targets. He threw the ball like 40 times.
And their receiving core is better than ours.
Oh
It's just
yeah,
that I don't know what's going on over there in Washington.
that
Like
he but
they just losing.
You know what's going on is Wentz.
true, true. But I'm saying that he's giving these like he got two receivers that had 8 or more targets, and they caught damn near all of them. That's what I'm saying. Like it's why can't Jones be in that position? Why can't Jones spread the ball around that way?
I think it just hasn't been those type of games yet. I think if like right now we've been in games close enough that running the ball is an option. Now once running the ball does not become an option, then you get to really see what's going on.
You have to have a plan B, and I think that's kind of at the first part of last game, and we were talking about this with the play calling. At the first part of last game and today, when they were getting constantly stuffed, I don't think they had a plan B. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they had a plan B, and I think Kafka kind of has to improvise with that stuff. And I think after the Ravens, it's the Jags, then it's
The Jags look
the
tough.
Seahawks, and I may be missing a team, but
I
it's
think
the
the Texans are in that week too, right?
The Texans are once we come off the bye. Then it's the Lions, and I think the Cowboys next, and then Washington, and then Philadelphia, and then I think the Vikings are somewhere mixed in there. Then it's the Colts, somewhere along those lines. And then the Colts. We play Eagles at the end of the season. Yeah, somewhere in
I got it pulled up now. I got it pulled up. So we got Dallas, then Chicago, then Green Bay, then the Ravens, and then we get into that week. Those weeks we got the Jaguars, the Seahawks, the bye week, then the Texans, and then Detroit. So that's those 4 games in between the bye week.
I think we could get at least 3 of those games.
Let me tell you something. If we take care of business these next 2 weeks, and then Green Bay and the Ravens will be what it has to be. But if we go in, we talking what 7-2?
Right.
Boy, they won't be able to tell me nothing.
And you still get people bashing Daniel Jones.
Some people are just through. Like for me, I'm a Giants fan, no matter what the name on the back of the jersey says. So Daniel Jones is my quarterback, man. I'm rooting for the guy for as long as he's wearing blue.
Yep, and then you'll have those people just waiting for him to make a bad throw or miss a read.
You know what's crazy too, Pat? Because I know you saw the shakedown chat. I had to yell at Charlie from Maine earlier today because we had just came off of that drive, and we were pushing to get that field goal, and Charlie's like turnover coming. I'm like, come on, man. I understand if you don't like a guy, but when you root against that guy, you're rooting against your own team too.
Right. Stupid.
It's wild. It's wild to me.
And that's why I said what I said in that chat. I guess he didn't feel like it was fair to be called a clown and stuff. But you do it to DJ all day. Now you see how that shit feels. Oh, you can't handle it when somebody calling you a clown, now can you? But you'll call Daniel Jones a clown and this and that immediately. It's a shame. Joe Burrow gets a pass and he lost to Mr. Trubisky and freaking Cooper Rush. Oh, but he almost won the game. What are you talking about? So you can have sympathy for Joe Burrow, but you can still bash your own quarterback who won?
But he didn't have a line.
Oh, but get it done. Remember, that's what you told DJ, right?
Yeah.
Get it done.
Exactly.
No excuses, right? Get it done. You got a crap O-line and no receivers. Get it done. It got people for the O-line, and he has everybody healthy. And he has 3 number 1 receivers on this team. Oh, man, Montgomery is getting busy against the Packers.
All right.
They should start running it earlier.
Hey, what's the score now?
24-10. Oh boy, their run defense.
No, sorry about your loss too, though. Yeah, NYG in the backstage. Lou has to come back to bring you in, bro. Lou took a break for a second.
Now let me turn this to a different side of the football. Now he didn't play as bad today, but are y'all still a little bit worried about Darnay Holmes? A couple of holding penalties. I mean, this is the way he's kind of been for 3 years now, and he's being more exposed because he's not a man corner.
No, because those aren't holding calls. There's a couple of the calls that were bullshit.
Nah, yeah, it was one that was definitely awful.
It was bullshit. Hey, we're winning. You better start giving us the calls.
Right, because a lot of these calls that we get, we don't get in return. Like that offensive pass interference call was straight bullshit.
You know how
That
many
dude,
holding
that
calls?
dude ran into Seals.
You know how many holding calls the offices are about to get because they ain't gonna be able to stop Thib and Aziz.
Right. And we better get some too, because that's some bullshit, man.
It's gonna be a bunch
It's like
of
they
holding.
looking to throw a flag against our DBs.
Man, it's gonna be a bunch of holding. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop Dex or Leo. They ain't gonna be able to stop it with Thib and Aziz.
Tell me who's coming. I don't know.
Did they give an update on Leo yet?
They said his knee injury is not bad.
Yeah, it's a knee. They just gonna sit him down. He probably won't practice all week.
He might not play this week coming up.
I would say
it's okay. Davidson looked like he was stuffing that hole.
Yeah, he was. Pause.
Yeah, Davidson's been a pleasant surprise to me.
Man, I'm glad they got him too. Him and Fox. Because remember, we was wondering if they was gonna make the team. It was like, man, we want Fox to make it. We want Aziz.
But does Fox go to the practice squad when Tib and Aziz get back?
Oh man, we can't. We got to keep it on
You
rotation.
got to put Coughlin, right?
He probably would just stay inactive because remember, those guys are not on IR; they're just inactive. So they would
that's
actually.
What I'm saying. Does he go inactive when Tibbs and Aziz get back? Because Jimenez has earned his spot, and Ward has earned his spot.
Yeah. Speaking of, we've had guys for so many years. Like we had Kareem Martin with the Cardinals scheme, and then we had how many guys with the scheme with the Patriots defense and all this other crap. But it's finally good to have somebody who knows a scheme but also plays a good role on your defense like Jihad Ward. I'm severely impressed by him.
Yeah, Jihad Ward.
I mean, wait.
Ward is a monster.
He's playing. I think when they come back, I think Calitro might lose his jersey, and then probably one of the receivers.
No, you got to keep Calitro. You got to keep at least 3 men linebackers.
Well, right now they had right now they got
Him,
McFadden,
Calitro,
they got Crowder, and then you got Coughlin in the pinch, unless Coughlin is the one that you steal the jersey from.
Now,
yeah, that's true.
Now I know,
but he got the special teams.
Now I know Pat was throwing something about Tamon Fox. Here's another axe I'm going to throw into the conversation. This is for weeks down the line.
Sorry, Tudo. Go ahead, Alex.
The axe I'm going to throw into the conversation is which outside linebacker or player gets cut when Ellison Smith comes back.
Ellison Smith can stay where he at.
Right.
Man, he just I feel he got so overhyped in camp.
I mean, I like his skill set, but he just hasn't done enough. And Tamon Fox earned the spot over him, so I just can't see him taking the other spot. And do they have to take him off of IR?
I think there's a certain. Let's see, what is he on?
If you don't take him off of IR, he stays gone for the season.
Yeah, I don't want him to be the next Sam Beal, but it kind of is what it is.
He might end up being it by default.
Right. The Sam Beal. Well, he has to be gone for at least 2 more years before he's Sam Beal. Like, that was a wasted draft pick, too.
That was horrible.
Unless you take the chance, you wait for him to get healthy.
I read that he said we would have been better matched if we had a bunch of Home Depot guys getting a job in the win. It's all about bad BS offensive coordinator. They don't know what they have been doing. Missed many scoring opportunities yesterday. It'll be all right, man. You guys got to get healthy. Once y'all come back healthy, y'all gonna run off a winning streak.
I just want another player I want to see, but hopefully it's not too far long gone for him in this scheme is Rodarius Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his skill set.
I might like him better in the slot than Holmes.
Hey, did y'all talk about Flott yet?
Flott had a good game except for that one drive.
Yeah. You
We
know what?
didn't hear too much from Flott.
You know what's crazy? I know I had the complaints about Flott's tackling. The same thing happened to him today, where he got a little low and got stiff armed by McCaffrey. But he slowed him down enough, though.
That was right. That was a group effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Love came in there and cleaned it up. But yeah, man. And another thing too, that safety blitz that went called for Love to end that game, to end that drive, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 3 safeties blitzing.
Yep, and there was a few plays before that Baker just got it off to Christian McCaffrey. That Love was on the blitz backside, and he hit him.
I thought that was Holmes. That was Holmes.
It was home. It actually probably was home.
I mean,
Holmes.
It's number it's 20 and jersey numbers are 20 and 30. So it's
I thought it was Love at first too, but it was Holmes.
Yeah, but I've already watched the game twice though, so I could have.
It's on my list.
Yeah, I just can't wait to get to all 22 so I can see all these throws Daniel Jones missed.
Yeah, I can't wait for y'all to do y'all, do your video. I mean, do your stream. Because I was in there glued. Them all 22.
Kenny.
You Coach Ed and NYG and all y'all, man. I love them film breakdowns.
Kenny, that's the facts. I was about to punch our offensive coordinator and his assistants, but the head coach sent me off the sidelines and upstairs with the control booth to cool off.
Hopefully John Feliciano doesn't play like what he's been playing the whole season, because I don't know. It just feels like for me there's a limit.
Gotta apologize to Lou. He called that. Like Feliciano has been very disappointing.
So is Glowinski, man. I mean, like he was at least solid for Indianapolis. He hasn't been good. He's getting pushed back. He gave up a sack today.
It looked like the Bears trying to turn this into a one-score game.
Yeah. If they get in here right now, they will be.
It's been a season of comebacks too, man.
Did you see the comeback they had with the
Bears defense tightened up
with Arizona?
Right.
Touchdown. He broke the pylon. That's a touchdown. See what they rule.
Hey, Lou, NYG backstage, he said.
Where? Oh. Hello there.
What's good, Lou?
Hey, Bellinger did his thing, though.
Chicago.
His knee was down.
Yeah, he did.
Damn. 4 inches short.
I'd call it a touchdown.
About a fist.
Yeah.
About a fist short, which is usually on average about 4 inches.
No, it's a touchdown.
No, his knee was down.
They ruled it a touchdown, but now they're looking at it and
knee is down right there.
I see. Damn.
call reverse.
First down.
Call reverse, but it's a first down.
No, it's 4th and goal.
4th and goal. Look at that there. They're disrespectful. All right. All right, let's see. Can Chicago punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1? And he will not.
Boy, that's sad.
Turnover on downs. Green Bay gets the ball on the 1.
Damn.
Wow.
So this is another team we're looking at right now that we play in, 2 weeks?
Both of them back to back.
Yeah.
After Dallas, we got Chicago, and then we got Green Bay after that. in
In
London.
London, no less.
Yeah.
They're looking a little bit winnable.
Yeah, Chicago looks like a bad team. Just be honest with you.
We could compete with Green Bay.
Of course,
We can
we
beat
usually
both of them.
do. Yeah, we usually
You
do.
can't take Chicago lightly though.
I ain't
because
taking none of
No,
them
Justin
lightly.
Fields
Right,
is starting
yeah.
to
We can beat
Ain't no
both of them.
guineas. We seen that.
If the play scheme is executed correctly, we can beat both of them teams.
Ollie,
Nothing
that
is
ball broke the
impossible.
plane. That ball broke the plane.
Man, we
Lou
got to
says-
It
stop
looked like it broke
Pollard
the plane.
and
Tudo
Brown.
That's
says,
the
Lou,
Bears touchdown.
this ain't D if this loss. I'm currently banned from all our facilities, but I'll find a way to find our offensive coordinator somewhere, parking lots or alleys, and break all his fingers with a black eye.
God damn.
Violent. This makes no sense. Almost no pass rush today. What are you
We got to
talking about?
stop Pollard and Brown.
Right. There
Pollard and Brown.
Yeah, no Brown
That's
was.
who we need to stop next game.
Yeah, he went off today.
Pollard and Brown. We need to stop Pollard and Brown.
We got you, bro. Pollard and Brown.
Go ahead, Alex. What was you saying?
No, I mean I just read a tweet that said we had no pass rush today. We had 2 sacks, but the pressure was consistent, more consistent than last week.
I think they had 5 quarterback hits, and they had plenty of pressures.
They only say pressure if you get sacks. That's how the media does. They don't watch the games. Pressure,
we
making Baker Mayfield run for his life and have to throw the ball out of bounds because he has nobody and he has to scramble out the pocket.
We should be able to get both these guys.
I like how
you don't get
Simmons
sacks.
passed up on them.
Yeah, if you don't get sacks, you don't have no pass rush.
They better get used to this, even with Tibbs and Aziz around, because even if we get 2 sacks a game, we still have consistent pressure because that's the way Wink works. I know a commenter disagrees with me. He said we had no pass rush. I happen once again to disagree because it was more consistent than last week.
We'll get some coverage sacks.
They was all over Mayfield. A couple times they just barely missed, and he did his little magician little tricks, sneaky little tricks, a little sucker, man. He got out of the pocket a little bit, but he was pressured all game. Don't give me that.
Man, we overran the play a lot. We overran it.
Yeah.
If Tibbs and Aziz are playing, we get 5 to 6 sacks this game. I guarantee you.
It wasn't short. It was a touchdown for the Bears.
We over pursued too many times.
Yep, when Baker Mayfield ran to the right for a first down, that was one.
Yeah,
man, it was.
Hey, but shout out old Shanny Zimenez though,
right
man.
There's the ball.
Yes,
close.
Shout out old Shanny Zimenez though, man.
Yeah, you got to give him credit.
Yeah, you got to give him the touchdown right there.
Yeah, that's a touchdown for sure.
Was it a touchdown?
Nope. Apparently not.
Nah, that's not. Nah, that ain't no touchdown.
Short of the field.
That's a touchdown.
Come on.
They just lost the challenge.
Where's the football?
Oh, that's wild. I mean, it got to be where his wristbands are, and his wristbands were clearly across.
Yeah.
It gets over the white by an inch. Maybe a centimeter.
How can we see that and the refs can't see it?
Wow, they said no touchdown.
You what? You what?
What a joke of refereeing. Aaron Rodgers have.
I mean, what else do you need to see?
It's right there. It's breaking the plane.
It's right there. Wow.
Hey, if Daniel Bellinger crossed the plane, that ball crossed the plane for sure.
Exactly.
Wow, they got butt raped on that.
I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. That's fine. It's like quarterbacks like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers always get like.
If I'm the NFL, I want that call. That makes the game even better.
Right.
We've given up 8 sacks in 2 games.
Yep.
Dallas just had 6 sacks this game. How many sacks we give up against Dallas?
About 3 or 4.
Yeah. Gotta get that quick passing game. Or just running the football.
But the thing is, the quick passing game should be very effective because people like Diggs give up a lot of shit.
Yep.
Once again, just look at last year with Tony. Garbage time or not, he destroyed him. So
Speaking of Tony, man, like every time that we get the ball to Tony, it's usually a bubble screen or something. Like it's never like nothing else but bubble screens.
Yeah, I mean he had 2 catches today for 0 yards.
Yeah, we gotta, like Dad said, throw them things away.
Yeah, throw in the garbage. It wasn't the best play calling day. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, it wasn't even the best play call too.
Like I remember there was not even talking about Tony. There was a play where they just kept running it, and then they ran it again with Matt Breida, and it was a 4-yard loss.
Even DJ overcame some bad play call too.
Parsons had 4 tackles and 2 sacks. We're gonna have to make sure Neal don't give up too many sacks.
I think Kafka is still learning. He's still experimenting. He's still learning on the job. And Daboll's gonna let him learn. Daboll's gonna let this team grow. I mean, I think a lot of in the past the coaching staff was really reactive. And I don't think these guys are reactive. They're going to play the guys they want to play. They're going to run the plays that they want to play. And they're going to work it out as the season goes along. So I think 2-0, I think there is room for improvement, obviously, but you can't be mad at that. And I said this.
That's the scary part about it, too.
I said this on Twitter. When Aziz and KT come back and you get Aaron Robinson back, this defense can be borderline elite.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just watch them play. It looks like the freaking Ravens. It looks like the Ravens. And to the point of the Ravens, they don't have Wink. They just gave up 42 points to the Dolphins. So now you got to let the team grow. You know, I know we don't like the way the offense looks.
Thank you, John Harbaugh.
But I'm not right. Thank you. And I'm not even looking at the offense as so much. I'm just looking at you are building, like Wink said, a bully on defense. These teams ain't going to want to face us. Come November, December, they're not going to want to play this team, no matter what the offense does. The offense can go out there and bomb out. If you hold a team to 0 points and you score 3, you win the game. Point blank, period. It's a blueprint. Everybody wants this team to have an identity. Guess what? They have a freaking identity. Roll with it. This offense isn't going to be.
We already know what the fans will react.
I'll get an idea. How about, hey, we're 2-0 and we're looking for 3-0 next weekend, but I got to knock out. I got to call it in the night. Hey, it's been great talking with you guys. You're doing a good job.
Thank you for being here, Joe.
All right, Joe.
And make sure y'all go subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe. All right? Make sure y'all go subscribe to that man right there.
As long as I did.
That's a fact.
Okay, I do. Either the first or the second game, wherever the Cowboys.
What jersey you wearing, Joe?
Are making. And Luke gets a late game. This goes on every Sunday. Then Monday night, I got the Monday night game unless the Giants are playing. Then it goes to Pat, but we still get 1, 2, 3. He gets 3 in a row. It's just I don't get a show that week. But I want to thank y'all. It's been a wonderful time. I'm glad you asked me to do this. It was a lot of fun. But I gotta go. So until next time, see ya.
Peace.
Peace, Joel.
Look at that man, Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah, man. But this team's building an identity, and this is what everybody wanted. Oh, we just need to have an identity. We don't have no identity. Well, you have an identity now. Your defense is your identity, and your running game. I know Saquon didn't do what he did week 1, but he still had 70-something yards rushing. Then you add those in with Jones. I didn't see the stats obviously because I was at the game. If somebody can pull up the stats, what did the Giants run for this game?
I have it on hand. The
figured you would have it.
Giants. Saquon had 72 yards on 21 carries. That's 3.4 yards per carry. But overall, they had 103 yards on the ground.
Okay, not terrible, but not great either. So
Yeah.
But that's your identity, man. Run the football, play good defense. That's what it is. Until they can figure out what these receivers are and what this quarterback is.
Yeah, right. As of right now, this is like what we are.
That's who we are. It's Giants football, man. Get behind it. Be proud of it. This is what the fans wanted, right?
Wanted wins.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, this and winning is better than our offense being first in the league and our defense being 32nd.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Like the fact that how like that our offense looks like this and we're 2-0 still, like that's scary.
Exactly. So I mean,
we're gonna have to tighten it up against
the
Cowgirls, though.
Huh?
We're gonna have to tighten it up against them Cowgirls.
Oh yeah, like
I'm not afraid of the Cowgirls at all. I mean, their offense is worse than ours. I mean, look how many points they put up.
I mean, we got to worry about Pollard.
I mean,
Pollard
like,
had probably like 15 touches.
I'm not worried about Pollard because Pollard and Christian McCaffrey are Derrick Henry.
Nah, but it's a different scheme. They run a different scheme. Dallas isn't. They don't have Amari Cooper, nothing like that, but they run a different scheme that's gonna scheme their players open and scheme the running game. So we're gonna have to
pick it up in the first half, though, like in these games. Because we can't, we can't keep on looking like this on like every first half. Like
yeah, we don't. We're a second half team so far.
Yeah, because once we play against Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, we gonna have to put up points. Like,
maybe, but by that time, Thib, Aziz, hopefully everybody healthy. That defense might communicate real good, play on all cylinders. We just need a little more from Jones and the offense. We just need a little more from the offense.
I mean, DJ was running for his life almost every play.
For as bad as the Cowgirls O-line is, they only gave up a sack today against the Bengals. But then they had 6 sacks against Burrow, which ain't nothing new because Burrow always gets sacked.
Yeah, I just look at the Cowboys offense and I look at this defense because we're gonna play to our identity. Yeah, this offense is gonna be frustrating and it's gonna piss people off, but this is what they're gonna play. They're gonna play tough defense and they're gonna try to ground and pound with Saquon, Breida, and Daniel Jones. I mean, he adds we seen it on the third down. He adds a element to the running game as well. And I give him credit. He has learned how to slide. So that's big. Yeah, we'll need you taking no more hits, man.
Right. It'd be better if they could give Breida some more of those touches.
All right. Raul Garcia says, it's a good thing that I became a New York Giants fan in 1981 when I first arrived from Puerto Rico at the age of 6.
De Puerto Rico, papá.
I learned to appreciate defense and become a fan at young age, thanks due to Lawrence Taylor. Vaya Boricua.
Ya sabe, Borinqueño.
Who has the better game tomorrow night, A.J. Brown or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson.
The good thing
Jefferson
is
is
these
nasty.
coaches adjust when struggling. That is a fact. That is something we have not had here in a
Yeah.
long time. Lou, Pat, are you guys going to go over Giants game today or evening? It's Monday here already. I saw the highlights in the win, but I missed
2-0 with 'em.
all the details though. Want to hear your takes and learn something. Last year, it didn't seem like we made any in-game adjustments. We did.
Hell nah, we ain't make none.
We got worse.
They were there weren't no coaches. They definitely weren't able to. They were incompetent.
At least as of right now, we're not giving up touchdowns before the half.
Right.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
before
Or at the
yeah.
end of the
or
game.
at the end of the game.
At the
Yeah,
end of the
that's the
game,
most
right.
important right there.
We learning how to win for sure.
Yeah. From a coaching standpoint, we're learning how to win for sure.
Man, I'm happy that Shep is able to get some wins, man, because Shep been through so much with the team.
And winning builds confidence, man. You know, you'll see this team get more confident as they continue to win. And I don't see no reason why they can't continue to win. I mean, looking at it now that we know the identity of the team, are you afraid of Dallas's offense? I'm not. I hear what you're saying, Tommy, but I'm not scared of Tony Pollard or any of them cats. Chicago, I mean, we're looking at them, and we're looking at Green Bay. Scared of any of them teams?
I'm not gonna sleep on them, but I ain't
Yeah,
I
scared
ain't
of
gonna
I
them.
ain't gonna
sleep on
sleep.
them.
No,
I
I'm
ain't gonna
just saying
sleep.
that
Nah, you
we
can't
gotta
sleep on
stop
anybody in the NFL.
Yeah, I
Brown,
mean,
just Brown and Pollard. As long as we
Listen,
stop both of them two.
us fans can overlook them, but at the end of the day, the players and the coaching staff can't overlook them because
they
it's
gotta
their job to
play.
win.
I mean,
The
I'm
players
saying
gotta
Pollard
play.
just had like 55 rushing, and then he had another 40 plus receiving off of like
Yeah,
15 touches.
get the
So
running backs to cover. Get
that's
the
our purpose. We shut him down, we shut Brown down, and make them lean towards Lamb and Zeke weak ass. We'll be all right.
get the safeties to cover again, and then we shouldn't have an issue.
Belton
Yeah,
came
I
in and
think
made a big
McKinney did a good
difference.
job on McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Belton, he put his
Yep.
nose on the ball a lot.
Don't worry,
Hope he
Tudo.
do
You
what they
just
want
rest,
to.
and come
Put
back
that 3 safety
100%.
set on McCaffrey's ass.
Yeah,
But
and
our
they'll probably
team,
use the same set on Pollard.
yeah, and the way the team swarms, they do swarm defenses.
Yep.
But Leo and Dex been dominating in the trenches. They
They have.
demand double teams. Yeah, they demand double teams.
And hopefully that injury Leo got ain't serious.
Yeah,
I don't think it is. He walked off the field. I was there. He walked off the field. It didn't look serious. It looked like he just got banged up a little bit. Probably a sprain or something.
Davidson filled in real nice.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's no slouch. And it's gonna be even better if, like you said, if you get KT and Aziz back, that's gonna take a lot of pressure off Leo and Dexter Lawrence from getting double teamed.
And you could well, actually, no, I forgot what I was going to say, but you could tell, like maybe in the first two plays, like when McCaffrey had that big 40-yard run, and I want to say either Davidson or Justin Ellis was in, you could tell they were missing Leo a little bit.
Yeah.
Without that 40-yard run, he would have been held to like only 50 yards all game.
Right, and I actually did the math because he had 103 yards on like 15 carries. You take a carry away, you take that 49-yard run away, he has under 4 yards per carry.
Yeah. I thought they did a good job outside of that one run.
Flat.
Like you said, that could have been due to
and Jahai Ward was held on that play as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah,
Flat
they didn't call it.
If Flat didn't slip, if he didn't slip, that would not have been a touchdown if he didn't slip.
And shout out to Jahai Ward and Zimenez, man, for holding down the edge.
Let me tell you why this fan base is so funny. Dash, was you just in the chat, the shakedown chat? Is Dash still here?
Oh, Dash.
Earth to Dash.
Well,
that's why I don't be on Twitter, Pat. You know what I mean?
The shakedown chat just brought up, it says, You see, Daniel Jones has nothing to do with winning. He has the 7th lowest EPA in the NFL. Expected points per play.
He literally led in
EPA.
literally in last week. He literally led in some of those statistics. Like he led in what was it? Off target percentage was 0. With like Josh Allen, and there was a couple other stats that were on Twitter. So I mean,
these people are sick, man. Like sick.
We talking about
That's
analytics and all that type shit. Man.
Now, you don't have to like the guy. I actually like the guy. I know that he's not an elite type quarterback. I know that.
mm-hmm.
But come on, bro. Like anything, bro. You don't even know what that shit means.
Exactly. That was about to say. They probably don't know how to use analytics when they're talking about it and stuff.
Right. You just seen that it was something reported that Daniel Jones is low on. See? You don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Expected points per play? Come on, man.
Justin Fields just threw a pick.
Well, he should have threw a pick.
It's not a real stat. It's a projection.
It's a projection.
What he's expected. Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
These people are sick, man.
That's why you got to take, it's analytics. They're not necessarily written down stats.
Oh, he did throw a pick. My bad. I forgot I was behind.
Yeah.
Hey, but he got out the pocket. He showed instincts.
Yeah, he did. NYG instincts.
Hey, instincts, man. You right.
Instincts.
Yeah, but you gotta have a brain on you too. Stupid.
Because there was no brain power in this throw. I don't know what this was.
Like, where are you throwing?
Right.
This is the NFL. You know how fast these guys are?
God,
that's why. I mean, I know it's in a similar thing, but that's like, and I have to look at it, of course, when I'm rewatching the game in a little bit. That's why I'm like, was Shepard wide open, or was he actually covered up in the left side of the end zone? Like, what if Jones looked there, threw it, and
that's
one
why
of the
I gotta
safeties?
Watch the film.
Exactly.
That's why I got to watch the film too, because maybe he was covered at first, and then he took his eyes off of him and started looking at the other side of the field, and then he broke open.
Exactly.
This ain't Madden. I keep trying to tell people this shit ain't Madden. No, you can't just hit the A button and it flies over there because you hit the A button.
Yeah, you can't control whether it's a fastball throw or just a lob.
Yeah.
Like, he could have been open when he was getting clobbered by Brian Burns.
Right. So, or he was trying to get away from Brian Burns when he broke open. You don't know. You just saw, they showed up back of the end zone. Daniel Jones sucks. He missed him.
But it's funny, though, that people will actually use the quarterback record against Daniel Jones, but he won 2 games to start the season.
What Jones used to do, it ain't what he's doing now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, though, as well, like, that's a good point. How can you use his rookie turnovers against him now? Like, why?
That's the part I hate.
Exactly.
I hate that, too, man.
He didn't have no coaching. The play calling was the worst.
That was his rookie year.
You know what else, though?
All day long.
His rookie year, too.
The other thing is this. Just take his rookie turnovers out of the picture. And it's better. You know what I mean? But they always want to throw, since he got in the league. What about what, it's crazy.
Dash. His turnovers have been ugly, though. They've been ugly. Them turnovers have been ugly.
Yeah, but again, they went substantially down between the second and third year. I mean, his offense production went down too.
That's because Joe Judge was here.
I said production went down too, but yeah.
Blow Judge.
Turnovers went down, but Joe Judge came in. The offense automatically goes down.
Blow Judge.
That's the thing. Is his turnovers is down, and that's what people ask for. But now people are asking for him to take more chances. So if he takes more chances, there's a good chance his turnovers are going to go up.
Which one is it? Bookend. They need you out there to fire them up. What is this, baseball? I agree, but we need better offensive coordinators here. We have a very bad offense. They miss many scoring opportunities, but they effed up our defense. Always great,
That's the
but they can
game.
only do so much. He's talking about his team. Can't wait to hear the Three Stooges, Nick Wright, Skip, and Stephen A. Smith crying about us being 2-0.
Yep.
Nick Wright, especially.
Aaron Rodgers beats the Bears. What else is new?
I've already added him
Right.
twice on Twitter.
Raul Garcia says, humor me once. Let's just say we signed Daniel Jones for another extension, roughly, I'll say about 3 years. What do you guys think he'll look like under Coach Brian if given 3 years?
Significant improvement because they'll get him some number one receivers here
Mm-hmm.
and be able to run the offense the way they want to run it. And with Saquon Barkley in the backfield, we are an absolute monster.
And a
But
good
unfortunately,
interior.
that probably won't happen because Daniel Jones is going to have a tremendous season in order to be here. And I don't see him having a tremendous season here. I see us winning games, but it's going to have to be enough for it. They'd be like, okay, we'll keep Daniel Jones and build around him. And I think, he will have to have a tremendous year in order for him to do that and not go out there and get their own guy.
If they look like they do now, but we go 11-6 and they make the playoffs, is he coming back?
If we win a playoff game,
like he's playing now, and we still
win a
games.
playoff game or two, maybe. But if we just make it to the playoffs because the defense is playing the way they're playing, and we're just getting the games because he's making the plays at certain times, it's like a Jimmy Garoppolo situation. But Jimmy Garoppolo got 3 years to be there. He got able to do it for 3 years straight. Daniel Jones only has this year. So time is not on his side. That's why I say more than likely he'll be gone unless he has a very good year because time is not on Daniel Jones' side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jimmy Garoppolo, the time was on his side because he just signed that huge contract. So they had to give him that time. But I promise you, he could do the exact same thing Jimmy G does. You see, when Jimmy G came in today, the 49ers just went off.
Mm-hmm.
They was going to lose again today if Trey Lance would have kept playing. That was the best thing that could have happened to him. Sorry he got hurt. But Jimmy G comes in there, that team just wins for some reason. Mm-hmm. And they make it deep in the playoffs with him. True, they made it to the Super Bowl. It was one throw away from winning, and they were one throw away from going back to the Super Bowl with him.
Right.
Is he the best quarterback out there? No, not by a long shot, but he just fits with that team.
I think something, and this is something Joe Shane talked about in his press conference, and this is going back to January when he was hired. If we draft a quarterback next year, we're not in. This is my opinion, at least. I don't think we're having a 500 record. My personal opinion, 9-7, because he mentioned the first year that he was with the Bills, it was actually Tyrod Taylor, 9-7. Get Dable and Josh Allen 6-10. Then they went like 10-6 the next year. So the fan base has to be, and I know this is an impatient fan base for winning and all sorts of stuff, and we'll have lots of cap next year. But if we draft a quarterback, it's not going to be the flowers and butterflies that everybody thinks it's going to be.
It's going to take a year or two.
Right, and especially if we take a quarterback that's not ready, like Anthony Richardson, he's going to need some time to sit on the bench.
Yeah, he's going to need some time, brother.
Oh, yeah.
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 He's going to need some time, brother. I promise you.
So he keep playing like he's playing. He's going to sit. He's going to be back in Florida next year.
Jones is our Alex Smith.
He could damn near be back in Florida next year. Yeah.
Jones is our Alex Smith, man. He's about to – this is the year that Harbaugh – got to Alex Smith and turned his whole life around. That's Dabble coming to Jones and turned it all around.
I hope so, man. But yeah,
that's not
if they don't get a shot at C.J. Stroud or Will Levis, even the Tyler Van Dyke dude is not looking as impressive as what I thought he was going to look this year.
Yeah, and Tyler Van Dyke don't really impress me.
And the reason why I said that though, like with the quarterback situation, is if we get into the playoffs with Jones, because where are you picking if you're a playoff team?
Right.
In the late 20s.
You ain't getting no quarterback.
Or early 20s.
Trust me. There will be people that still believe in the quarterbacks and say we shouldn't go to the playoffs because we should lose for a draft pick.
That's
Yeah.
retarded. Sorry.
They'll be.
Yeah, but if we
It's
make
true.
the playoffs, it's just something that it's just something to build on.
Right.
Exactly.
If we make the playoffs
It's
with
not like
this roster and those
2016,
receivers, we need to build some receivers around Daniel Jones.
right?
Because if we make the playoffs with him, but like I said, he's not their pick. So they're gonna go by what they feel. They feel they could get a better quarterback next year. We'll have another quarterback.
But where's that quarterback coming from?
Wherever they think they can get him. If they feel
Unless
they
you
can
plan
get
on
him,
getting
they'll get him.
trading for somebody.
Like I said, however they feel they can get him, they will get him.
Get an actual interior is also another thing as well. Because we don't have a center right now. Unless they have some master plan to take Lemieux off IR and then convert him to a center. We don't have a center right now.
Right.
Yeah, Feliciano isn't good.
Yeah, he ain't good.
I think Azudu will get better, but Feliciano is he is who he
He's trash.
is. Yeah.
He's trash.
And I know they ain't just banking on Nick Gates coming back and being a dog at center after an injury like the one he suffered.
Right.
Feliciano better than Solder.
But they play a totally different
They
position.
play different positions.
But it's just the fact that the gameplay, period. It don't matter about the position.
That's why you need to get that left guard spot settled. Because if we're sitting there waiting for Lemieux, if we get the left guard spot settled, then is Lemieux the backup center, or is he just going to be a backup guard? But then you got Bredesen. That's why I want to figure out that left guard spot.
Yeah, didn't they try Lemieux and Azudu? I mean, Lemieux at center and Azudu at guard in the preseason.
Yeah, Lemieux looked pretty good. Those snaps he had. Lemieux looked good at center too.
I think that could be the plan moving forward for now, until they, maybe they can find an upgrade somewhere. But for now, I think if Lemieux comes back, get Feliciano out there, put Lemieux in at center, and roll with Azudu, and just let them build on for the rest of the season.
Let them build that chemistry. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I think that's the best plan for the line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear it from Feliciano either, because I know. And maybe y'all paid attention to this, but coming into training camp, he was talking about how the Bills were, not playing him, and he was basically complaining about the lack of snaps he was getting and all this other crap. Hopefully he does not do that here, because we have a no tolerance policy for that. If they think that they can replace you with somebody potentially better and you're not playing up to your standard, you're out. That's just what it is.
yeah. But if we do make the playoffs this year, it's just something to build on. Like, it's not like in 2016 when we made the playoffs, like the team was just already like.
I think if we make the playoffs, they franchise Daniel Jones.
Right.
And that's not going to be popular to a lot of folks. Go ahead, Taj.
Most of our players that year in 2016, the last time we made the playoffs was still in their prime. Most of our players and this team are still in their rookie deals. They're still in their rookie deals. So if we do make the playoffs, it's just something to build on.
Right. Going back to Pat was talking about those analytics that those people were using earlier. It's not the worst thing I've seen all day. I'm a part of a Giants Facebook group that I'm probably going to leave. Someone was talking about how Davis Webb would actually be better and how he would zip those balls down the field.
Yeah, I'm part of that group too.
That's what you posted. Yes, I think somebody posted that. It was you or Hit Squad. Somebody. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Me.
I just went in the shakedown crew. I just went in the shakedown crew, and a dude posted that analytics stat, and I laughed. I said, "Man, this stat it ain't even real." Oh, he gonna hit back. Man, you didn't even read the explainer. I said, how you know that? I want to ask what it meant if I wasn't gonna read it, stupid. I'm not you. I read it. It's a projection. If a person gets a 5-yard gain on second down, it's not as good as a person getting a 5-yard gain on 3rd and 5. It's so stupid. This is what y'all base y'all stuff on?
I mean,
yeah, I don't think they really watched the game.
So topsy-turvy, it really is. I mean, what is this chat that you're even a part of? Because it sounds ridiculous.
Man, thank you
Like,
everybody for being here tonight, watching Sunday Night Football with us. Even though we did more talking about the Giants than we did calling the game. I'll make sure the next Sunday it doesn't go that way. Looking forward to seeing everyone in the chat past midnight here on Joe's channel. Peace, everyone. None of the so-called top QBs in college aren't playing very well right now, but the wide receivers know what's happening. Go ahead, Pat.
No, I was just saying, man, these people crazy.
You guys think that Daniel Jones is the mindset of a type of quarterback that wants to win, and if told that we will keep him if he would sign for a smaller contract? I do.
Yeah, I think he would too. To be honest with you.
I think if we go to the playoffs, he gets tagged, because you're gonna be picking low in the draft, and you need somebody to come in there. Unless you have somebody you can trade for on the market, or you just want to roll with Tyrod Taylor for a year. I don't see.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Dable genuinely likes him.
I think Dable likes.
I think they like him too. I do.
I think he has all the skill sets necessary to be a good quarterback in this league. I think he was hindered by bad coaching and going through now 5 schemes in 4 years. So it's kind of crazy.
I think a playoff berth buys Daniel Jones another year, and if in that extra
what am
year,
I saying? Four schemes.
Yeah, and if that extra year he can show improvement, then he might be here long term. But that's how I feel about it. Playoffs. If he doesn't make the playoffs, he's out of there, and they're gonna go after a quarterback in the draft.
If they can find one in the draft, because it might just come down to 2 good quarterbacks in this draft. Because I don't believe in that boy from Alabama. It's looking like it's just going to be C.J. Stroud and Will Levis, who's really not impressing me that much.
Right.
Because I'll be damned they draft the dude from Boston College or something like that.
Oh, what was his name, Pat? Jerkovich.
Lord have mercy. You thought we was looking stupid. Go ahead and draft Jerkovich.
Yeah, where
Raul Garcia says, I think the whole organization likes him. That's why I'm asking those questions, because I don't think he's going anywhere. In my opinion, he's 25 years old, guys. Think about that.
Right. The way they talk about him, you feel that he's 31.
Hey, if they bring him back, we know they like him.
Right. True.
I can't think of any actual quarterback in this coming draft that's better than him, but that's just my opinion. Okay.
Maybe C.J. Stroud, but I see a Justin Fields situation happening with C.J. Stroud, to be honest with you.
You got to think. Seattle's going to need a quarterback.
Yep.
The
Panthers are going to need a quarterback.
Panthers.
We're not going to be picking anywhere near there. We're going 11-6.
That's what he's getting to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to be in that position to get a quarterback.
So all the good quarterbacks going to be gone by the time we pick, unless we're willing to give up the farm for one of these quarterbacks.
If we go 11-6 and we go into the playoffs, or we win a playoff game, you think we're just going to get rid of Daniel Jones and gamble on a rookie? No, that's freaking retarded. That's the burn of the hand for maybe one in the bush. Nah, and listen.
Joe Shane, I think Joe Shane is ready to move on, but Brian Dable's not.
Brian Dable wants to win games so he can keep his damn job. He's seen what happened to Joe Judge. He's seen what happened to Pat Shermer. He ain't finna do that. He gonna try to win some damn games.
That's why you see him in there dancing to Biggie and everything in the locker room. We're like, fuck that.
Right.
I gotta get these guys to
that could be true, Alex, because I think Joe Shane's way more cutthroat than what Dable is.
Yeah.
I think Joe Shane don't give a damn. His spot is secure. They'll fire Dable and keep him in a heartbeat. But I don't know, man. I think they do like Daniel Jones, especially Dable. But we'll have to see.
You know, crazy things have happened. Hopefully,
You
we
said
get
they
it
do
together.
like Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I think they do. I think he really does like Daniel Jones.
He wouldn't
Because
have
if he
gotten on
didn't,
him.
he wouldn't have gotten on him when he threw that pass.
Right.
If he didn't,
Right.
he'd been like, "Yep, he is who we thought he was," and would have kept looking forward. Get his bum ass out of here after this year. But they really want to win. Like this coaching staff really wants to win.
I do,
So,
and I like it, man.
and
You gotta love it as a Giants fan. Do what you gotta do to win, man.
People thought we was tanking and all that, man. Like, come on now.
Right,
People
because we
really
let Blake
thought we was
Martinez go. Anybody missing Blake Martinez right now?
He's not signed anywhere.
James Bradbury. Come on.
Listen,
Anybody missing him?
Eric Johnson. I agree with you.
right.
In my opinion, you go get the best center in college, okay, and try to get the best wide receivers you can find and a good left guard.
I'm probably taking a receiver in the first round. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie
at this
to you.
point you got
I
to.
definitely take a receiver.
If we're in the playoffs,
Or
I'm taking a
corner.
receiver with that first pick. Because there's about 8 receivers coming out that are nice.
I might want to take like a tight end in the second or third round. I mean, my
Yeah, we need a stud of a tight end. That's a
yep,
fact.
I know
Michael Mayer
Jay is-
out of Notre Dame. Is the guy.
I know
Nice.
Jay
I wouldn't mind
Sanders,
him in the first round because that's a talent. Now, Mayer from Notre Dame, even though Notre Dame is ass.
And that's what I
He's
said
nice.
earlier in the
He
stream.
nice. He
I
ain't.
said we're 4 pieces away from being a dynasty earlier in the stream. I said
Yeah.
give us a stud tight end, a stud wide receiver, a stud at offensive center, and a good guard. You
JS
give us
Sanders,
that
man.
right now, and we're a dynasty for the next 6 to 8 years.
Yep, you give him a receiver that he can count on, a left guard and a center that he can count on to not get clothesline from hell in the beginning of the play, and a tight end that he can depend on. Yeah, I think we'd be very good.
Jason or that dude from USC, Jordan Addison, he's good too.
Yeah, Addison is nice, man. It's like this big receiver from TCU that could run. The big
TCU,
receiver
yeah.
from Maryland that's good. You got
Georgia.
Georgia. Georgia got 2 good tight ends we can take. But that one dude is a monster. He's like 6'8".
Yeah, that dude is
That
huge.
dude is an absolute beast. Like, what the hell?
Mhm.
What are they feeding this dude? It don't make no sense for him to be that fast and 6'8". But you got Jigma from Ohio State. LSU got 3 receivers that could come out. I hate his name, but his name is Josh Booty. That's his last name. I just
Where
think
did
his name
Lindstrom
will mess
go?
him.
Back to the Cowboys practice squad, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Lindstrom got released, and I think he went back to the Cowboys practice squad.
Mm-hmm. Crap. What? That's
Didn't he play alongside Azudu? No.
No, he played
He played
alongside
next to
Zion
Zion
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah, Boston College, Zion Johnson.
What was you saying, Alex?
hold on one second. I'm just trying to think of Keyshawn Booty. That's the one you were bringing up
Yeah.
for LSU.
His name just throws
What a
me off,
name.
man. Because if he messes up any time in the NFL, boy, he gonna hear it.
The front page of the newspaper.
Right. We knew you was Booty.
What y'all think we missing on defense? Because I think we right there.
Defense, just a number 2 corner, dominant corner, but we got to give time to Aaron Robinson because he is showing promise.
Yeah.
And a dominant middle linebacker.
Linebacker.
But I think we got that. I think we got that when Beaver's coming back.
That's a fact.
I think this defense is going to be very legit.
I think it's bordering on elite. I really do. I
I'm
really
telling
do.
you,
Once you
we're
get
only 4
Aziz and
pieces
KT,
away from being a dynasty. That's a fact, bro. Next year's draft, you get them 4 pieces I just named, and you throw a dog of a linebacker in there, and maybe another cornerback. You solidify this team for 6 to 8 more years. That's a fact.
Yep.
don't forget they got money to go out and get some free agents this year too. Next year, man.
Then again, too,
Darian Beavers comes back, and you can get two cornerbacks that are dogs.
right? Then again, too, with the cap space, you could start signing guys early. Andrew Thomas, Xavier McKinney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you're
Forward
not in a
thinking.
pinch in 3 years. That's smart.
Yeah. And I think Sean's smart enough to do that to the guys that he values.
Another thing I like about Dable that a lot of people don't talk about is he spent some time with Bill Parcells. He had a relationship with the Tuna
in Miami, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he's had some good tutelage. He's been under some good tutelage.
Yeah,
So.
I'm under Belichick too.
Yeah, well, Belichick is from the Parcells tree, so
yeah.
And Belichick was trying to do the same thing with Josh Daniels that Parcells did with him. That's why he kept him, even though, if you remember, I don't know how old some of you guys are, but Belichick was going to get jobs as head coaches before, and Parcells would get the job with the stipulation that Belichick was his assistant, just to make sure that he kept him with him so he wouldn't go nowhere else. And with promise that he was going to step down and give him the job, you know.
Yep, Nick Wright, that aged well. He said Daniel Jones, no way in hell. Daniel Jones and the Giants start off to it. Daniel Jones is terrible.
I'm waiting
that
for
aged well.
I'm just waiting for him to block me. I mentioned it so many times. So here's the receiver snap count. Kenny Galladay, 2. Darius Slayton, 4. Kadarius Toney, 26. Richie James, 30. Sterling Shepard, 61. And David Sills, 64.
Just think about that. Those are the receivers he has.
I just, with Sills, man, I mean, why is Sills out there for 64 snaps?
That should be Slayton, honestly.
Yeah. Like, it's killing me, man. This dude is garbage, yo.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Kenny Galladay might have a valid point walking out there. Get some snaps. I'll be mad too, cuz. Fuck y'all.
David steals some snaps over me, motherfucker.
I don't know, man. They may have to send
they
may have to send Kenny Galladay home, man. They may have to send his ass home.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fun fact.
Man, you looking that bad?
They may have to TO his ass, man.
They may have to sign to you.
Damn.
T.O. might got better route runner than some of these guys. That man 55. Well, go ahead, Alex.
Fun fact. Sills, Shepard, James, Toney, and Slayton. Add them up for cap hits, and they still have a lesser cap hit combined than Kenny Galladay.
Yeah. Kenny Galladay has the highest one. That's why that money. Let me look up something, because is there a decent receiver that could come available next year in free agent? I mean, a decent number 2 receiver if we draft one.
Decent in free agency. I'm taking a look. I'll shoot you some names. Nelson Aguilar.
Damn, that was fast.
I already had it up.
Oh, okay.
Nelson Aguilar, DJ Chark,
Nope.
Randall Cobb.
Pause.
Nope.
On the already had it up, sir.
Marvin
was late,
Jones, Julio
Nope.
Jones,
Nope.
Byron Pringle,
Nope.
Alan Lazard,
Nope.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Hell no.
I would take T.O. over all them guys.
Well,
Jacoby
Julio might
Myers.
not be washed. Julio might not be washed.
Yep.
Julio still got some juice.
Jacoby Myers.
Nope.
Let's see. AJ Green.
Nope.
Jarvis Landry.
Nope.
Cam Sims.
Nope.
Olamide Zacchaeus.
Give me OBJ for a 1-year prove-it deal.
Right.
I'll take Beckham over all them.
Jamison Crowder.
Hell no.
Sammy Watkins.
Hell no. Yeah, you better draft one. I'm telling you that now. This list is terrible.
It gets worse. Oh God, it gets worse.
James Washington, Rashard Higgins, McCole Hartman. Hey, that's a decent one.
Scotty Miller.
Hell, I even take Noah Brown over some of these guys.
Scotty Miller.
N'Keal Harry. Lord have mercy.
Oh God, he's been tossed around more than a girl at a freaking frat party.
Right. Man, yeah, you can stop, Alex. This is bad.
It's pretty terrible.
Rodney says, "Me too, Lou." Then she says, "OBJ will be back."
Honestly, I draft myself over any of those wide receivers.
These tight ends ain't no better. You got Irv Smith. That's about it. Lord have mercy. Evan Ingram's gonna be a free agent again.
Oh God.
Woo. Let me see this. Oh, shit.
Dalton
That's
Schultz.
depressing.
Wait, did he get
that's decent. I thought he got extended though.
He might have. Yeah, these are some
Cornerbacks.
trash tight ends.
Marcus Peters, Bradbury again. Jonathan Jones. Yeah, that's about it.
Who wants to go quarterback searching? We get Tom Brady.
Hey, fellas, I'm heading out. You guys have a good night, man.
Right, Dash.
Have a good one, Dash.
Have a good one, Dash.
Later.
That depressed me too, bro.
Dash.
Those receivers were terrible.
Lamar Jackson in a perfect world.
That's the one that intrigues me.
Nah, he's gonna get signed.
I think so too. But if it was possible, I'd go after him.
Let's look at linebacker. Devin Bush, no, he's trash. Levante David. Anthony Walker. Not a good list. Again.
Tremaine Edmonds, no. Denzel Perriman, no. Corey Littleton, hell no.
Shane knows that you build through the draft, not through the free agency.
Yep.
There'll be very little to no free agency moves next year.
I tell you what, absolutely, we better have a good draft next year.
We need a hit.
Better have a good draft next year, because man,
I think they had a damn good draft this year.
We're gonna have to have another one because the free agency is looking bad.
Now posing a question. I don't know if we have any candidates for it, but does anyone get dealt at the deadline?
Galladay is the only one, but who's gonna take on that contract? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wish they could.
Maybe that's just what they're missing at Detroit to put them over the top.
Bullshit. You think they want some fucking Kenny Galladay back?
Ron
St. Brown and them balling out there. You gonna go over there and fuck Detroit up.
You think
be bad as hell.
He thinks Daniel Jones is bad. I mean, Jared Goff.
He's bad. Forget the quarterback. You're bad. You can't get open no more. Yeah, you should be worried about the quarterback. You should be worried about running some better routes, brother.
Right.
Shit. Fuck all that.
Like a 19-year-old dog.
Right. Some bullshit. Got that man out there playing with these receivers.
Well, guys, I'm about to have to call it a night, man. I got to work in the morning. The game has been over for a while. Green Bay won, as everybody knows. If you didn't, we forgot to tell you. Sorry. I'll make sure next time we actually call the game and don't spend the whole night talking about the Giants. But
2-0, man.
Thank you for being here. Subscribe to all of these guys. Giants, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Blue in the Bronx, Big Pat Sports Talk, and myself, G Nation Inside Sports. And until next time, we'll see you guys, fellas.
Peace.
Ain't no chatting, no liking, just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.